Hello, everybody! My name is Jack, and I am today's sheriff in the game of the Western Trail. It has been 2 weeks, but we're back on that. We're back. We got on the horse, and we're eating the horse. So,
that's not the expression.
That's not the expression, but it's a reference.
I don't think that's accurate.
I'm gonna go ahead and
have to watch the other episodes to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce everybody here. -1 because we have the first person, Zaltu, playing Castor, who's late today because work, unfortunately. Life gets in the way sometimes. This is just a fact of everything. He will be by later as soon as he can, but for right now, we are not partaking in revenge plot yet. But we will. We will partake.
Meanwhile, downtime.
Meanwhile, today we have Chef playing as Clayton Draze, the right hand of the gunslinger.
Howdy.
Moving on, we have Gerald as Lucius, the bartender. The devilish bartender. I forgot that bit. No. Fell off the bandwagon.
Just edit it out in post. It's not like we're live.
No. And last but not least, Spooky playing as Simon Nikiforov. I fucked that up. The Russian spellslinger.
You nailed it.
Did I?
Sure.
Is Russian just gibberish?
Yes, would that make you feel better?
Yeah, actually, it would make me. It would. It feeds my it feeds my narcissism.
Can we get a privyet in the chat?
Anyway, last we left off, our budding travelers had found themselves in the basement, or the wine cellar rather, of a very wealthy estate of one. I have notes written down here. I'm pointing at them. Nobody can see them.
Wasn't it
Hearth Fargus?
Hearth Fargus. I had
Hearth Fargus. There are so many names I have to keep track of sometimes. I'm glad I have notes for them. Anyway, one Hearth Fargus. Unfortunately, this heist, while it did prove very profitable, and our travelers definitely got what they wanted, it ended in some highway flutiny with not only Hearth Fargus being brutally shot through the head, but it also meant that his clients, a person that they do not know the name of in character, dying as well, who seemed to be either bravishly or stupidly continuing fighting when all seemed lost.
I would just like to clarify, we gave him multiple opportunities to just walk away. Just walk away. But he did not seem keen on that.
It seemed like he was pretty stubborn, and that proved to be his downside. But hey, who knows? That might never come to bite you in the ass. Who knows? Anyway, after which the party made their way back to Riverdale in order to let their their trusty employer of this job, one name written down here. God damn it, Mozan. So many names. Who has gladly accepted the book's payment within a week's time for some sort of plan of action, or at least helping with putting together a plan of action for dealing with a certain Lena Farthing, a information broker that had let loose the party's information, which led to Big Jimbo finding them and trying to hunt them down. So that's kind of where we left off, and we're currently going to explore the week before that happens, while we wait for Zaltu to get here. So let's go ahead and bring ourselves down to a reasonable clip. Anyway, Lucius.
Saw it.
Saw, dude.
Saw it.
How do you spend your
drink, bro?
Yeah, all of a sudden his accent changes and he's just like, saw it.
Saw,
He
dude.
never goes back.
No, it's not great. It's not great for the development of California. It really isn't.
See y'all, dudes.
Now, I would
baby.
How do you spend your day normally? Do you want to go ahead and give me a good old description of what you do generally?
Well, I wake up out of bed, and then I go back to bed, and then I wake up out of bed even later in the day. Then I go back to bed, and then I wake up out of bed, and then I take a little din-din, and
No,
I go back
Lucius.
to bed. Oh, Lucius.
Yeah.
Whoa, sorry. Well,
Twice as much sleep.
I never
Maybe
get
a-
out of bed. I
the
cry in
greatest
bed.
the greatest fantasy ever. You get a perfect 8 hours of sleep and don't feel tired when you wake up.
Whoa. Reddit
I
slash
know.
superpowers.
I know. Yeah.
So Lucius usually spends his time. He talks, in the town that he's visiting in. If he knows he's going to be there for a while, he usually talks to the local bars and offers out a hand. Gets paid in exchange for, or he gets a room in exchange for doing business there. That way, he doesn't really have to pay anything. He doesn't really get paid, and he doesn't have to pay, type of thing. And he brings in more customers. Ever since a certain adventure several weeks ago, he had acquired a ring with a soul inside, and he tries to talk to it sometimes. Tries to see how Miss Abigail is doing. But after realizing she's, dead, she really doesn't talk too much. And it's totally not that anybody forgets that there's a soul or another character to keep track of. No, not at all. So
Man,
Lucius
I haven't
sometimes
forgot her
in his
once.
downtime, or like if it's a slow day at the bar, and feels like trying to say, hey, doing any better?
Right.
You
So
want to talk at all? And she, most of the time, keeps to herself, and I guess too stunned. I don't know.
So, it just so happens the Horde, the local saloon in Riverdale, kind of needs somebody to man the bar while all the rest of the kobolds are currently out repairing the roads, which is kind of like the last thing on the list. So when you offer your services to kind of just stand behind the bar and act pretty, you pretty much jump at the opportunity. However, it just so turns out that while everybody's kind of busy getting everything set up and fixed up from the battle that happened a few weeks ago, you found yourself with quite a lot of free time. So, let us go ahead and see here. And you hear a voice from the back of your minds. Lucius?
Yeah.
I know this is gonna sound strange, but can you describe what the room looks like?
Well, working at a bar at the moment. So in front of me is the main bar. About 4 seats behind it. It's not that big of a place. Got about 5 tables here to serve, but each sit about three people. Honestly, I've seen a lot of places. I've worked at a lot of bars. This isn't really the fanciest. It's not the gloomiest either.
All right. Another question. Are you traveling anywhere
What are you wearing?
in perceivable future?
Darling, I've been trying to talk to you.
Going anywhere west anytime soon? Or sorry, not west, east.
These days. And
Yeah.
I could say probably you would have more traveling soon.
Oh, that's great. You know, there's a place I wanted to go see. I wasn't sure if you wanted to stop by at any point. Do you there's a town in Lexingdale. There's a it's just a small place in Lexingdale. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
It's,
Lexington.
This place
bad.
hold a family of yours?
You know what? It just so happens that, yes, that is where my family lives. You know, weird coincidence. But you know, if you're ever, like, you know, back there, you know, it'd be great if we could stop by, you know, say hi.
Or goodbye.
That'd be great.
Honestly, whatever you need. I'll be glad to help you out.
There's a slight pause, and it's just like a sullen thank you.
Of course. And like I said, if you want to chat even more, I'll be here.
That's cool. Are you doing anything today?
Cleaning this cup for probably the 5th time to look like I'm busy.
There's just this one spot I gotta get out.
Rumor comes out. All mysterious bartenders are cleaning the exact same cup multiple times.
Well, you have a horse, right?
Yeah, that I do.
That's nice. You know, it's coincidental. I would like to go to Lexington.
All right. So now. Today.
You know, it's like whenever, yes. I would go myself.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's just a small problem with that.
You ever heard of a spell called catapult?
Sorry,
Well,
that
you
got
know
me.
what?
Oh,
At
hey,
this point
Zaltu,
today, there's only been one person to come in through these doors, and they got the wrong place, so there hasn't been an actual customer. I don't think these people would care if I just close up for the day. Why not? Let's go.
Cool, that's great. I'll pack my things. Oh.
You did
Done.
it. Yeah. This is progress.
Perks of being dead. Anyway, not a whole lot of baggage. Or maybe more than usual. It's one of those. Is there anybody you would like to take with you to Lexington?
Yeah, I'll stop by wherever the gang
Well,
are, wherever they're doing.
yeah, Clayton probably just hangs out at the Dragon's Keeper's building currently because that's technically where he's supposed to be.
Right. Clayton, you're currently trying to read a book with a silver crow on it. You are finding little success as a very fat elf. I mean, very large. Like, you didn't think... You thought there was a metabolism to that? There isn't, apparently. They're just really good at eating right. This one isn't. Blonde
the
hair.
standard American at Disneyland? Double it.
Yeah. No, not quite double it. Standard American at Disneyland is an apt description. He's got the pointy ears. He wears very regal clothing and maintains a lute at his side. And you have heard of who this person is. It just so happens that I totally have the name written down somewhere. Oh, you know what? I know exactly where it is.
Man, these people share the same name.
They do. They do. This is Jim? No. This is
No,
Charles
sorry.
Mannington, a recent addition to the Dragon's Keepers. And he keeps talking to you. You have not met him before. This is your first interaction. But you do know that he was helping out during the Sputterdust assault.
Right.
And the main reason why you're struggling to read is that he keeps playing music. And he won't stop playing music. He keeps asking you your thoughts on it. And he goes, right, this is a ditty from my old family. I believe my great aunt once sang it. It goes a little something like this. And you hear like the plucks of a banjo. It's like, I haven't played with a banjo before, but I think I got it.
After he says, I think my great aunt used to sing it, he's like, we should probably keep it that way.
Right. Oh, well, I'm so sorry to have bothered you, apparently, but my name is Sir Mannington. Well, I haven't been knighted yet, but you know, it's one of these days, obviously.
Oh, yeah, matter of time. They'll get to you.
And he holds out his hand for a firm handshake.
His sweaty, meaty hands.
Clayton
It is kind of sweaty.
Clayton goes to like reach out his right hand and then kind of like pulls back for a second and is like, and then he just holds out his left hand instead.
That is very weird. He goes to wipe off the sweat off his left hand and shakes his hand. But I've heard you're an eccentric one. I've heard a lot about you.
Not too much, I hope.
Well, you know, just...
It's fine.
I've heard that you're a man of adventure.
So yeah, basically.
Oh, I would love to hear about your tales. You see, ever since I was a small lad, I've dreamed about this American West I've heard so much about.
It's pretty great.
When my family came to the Americas, oh, I was overjoyed.
Where's that image where it's like when you're on your third damn that's crazy and they still talking?
But my father, well, he didn't want me to go around finagling with hooligans or whatever he said. So
I assume at this point I see like Lucius come in and I'm like,
Lucius
thank God.
has opened
Lucius,
the door.
Hey!
Oh, another adventurer with tales to tell.
Hey,
Oh God! Don't give the bard a platform.
Going on.
hey, I imagine you've come in here to tell me something that will immediately pull me from this venue that I currently am residing in.
What a specific set!
That's oddly specific, but you know what? Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be out of town. Didn't know if you wanted to accompany me.
Oh, well, of course I can't have you braving the great wide west. Whoops, Freudian slip. All on your lonesome. Let's go right now. All right.
Oh, I will be waiting here for your tales, whatever adventure you may take you. Oh, you there! He points at a Russian over there who's currently studying a spellbook. Would you regale me with tales of your own?
He's burning a hole in the side of his head with his eyes. He's just staring at him so intently, like I don't think you understand how close I am to just killing you.
Also, one new detail Lucius would notice of Clayton is that his he usually keeps his sleeves on like this kind of like button-up dress shirt up almost. He usually keeps the sleeve rolled up, but his right hand, like the arm, is completely rolled down, and like that is the only marked difference. But he's just like, he like is gonna lean in kind of close to Lucius and he's like, please, dear God, take me out of this fucking place faster. Let's hurry, go.
So you're basically making your way out the door as fast as possible. Simon is slowly skirting a wall, saying something along the lines of, yes, I have things to take care of too, yes, and then leaves as well.
Yeah. He's got ink on his hands and face.
So you guys both find yourself outside the Dragon's Keeper's little abode. And you just hear as the door closes, safe advent, and then the door slams shut by somebody.
Oh boy. Alright, where are we going?
Well, Abigail's talking to me for a bit.
How's she been?
Well, mainly quiet. Today, a tiny bit talkative. She wants me to basically go pay her family a visit. Say hi, as it, turns out.
Yeah, or goodbye. Yeah, no, noble quest. Yeah, sure. I need time to read. Let's go.
All right. So you all hitch up the horses and whatnot. You're not sure what Castor's doing right now, but he's probably doing some sort of nefarious planning. So, as far as things go, you could probably get back to him. Nice, so there's a week's downtime. We're gonna finagle time a little bit here to make this work, so I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. I'm about to break immersion.
Hauls ass.
Yeah.
Specifically with the intention of getting away from that one elf.
You travel the desert landscape, braving the harsh heats. Wait, never mind, you have water. Trying to get yourselves some nice... Oh, wait, now you got a guy hunting. So you're good. And eventually, after a insert amount of time here later, you arrive in Lexington. There's a bit of a kerfluffle going on in Lexington at the moment. Turns out some guys broke into one of the higher, a higher folks' mansion, killed them, and took all their shit.
That is fucking crazy.
You can just do that?
Yeah. This is wild. Let's go over here.
I'm gonna find a hat shop.
Simon is wearing his best disguise hat. It does little to cover up any other discernible features. You guys are currently going through the town, kind of just exploring it a bit more than maybe you would usually have had time to. Judging by a lot of like posters and whatnot in various news articles that you may have been able to read, they haven't quite discerned who did it. But there's actually some weird things, like just by reading a newspaper that a paper boy is kind of throwing out. You find that they are actually getting close. They have a witness.
Oh, right. I know they had a witness.
They say 3 individuals, but they haven't quite pieced together who they are yet.
We're 3 individuals.
That could be anyone.
What if we did it?
Oh my god, that's right. Clayton was invisible the whole time.
Yeah.
The kid that's also handing out the papers is also yelling like, "Yo, extra, extra! You know how it is. Bandits."
I'll tip him 10 copper.
Oh, mighty kind there, sir. Now,
Yeah, kid.
you best be moving along. The governor's about to make his speech.
Oh, Otto Barnes is here.
Yeah,
Interesting.
exactly. He said something about something about dealing with the bandit menace. So stuff like what happened at the Hearth Estate will never happen again.
Oh,
Pretty
is
sure
that
we
right?
already dealt with the bandit menace a while ago.
Oh, Zaltu's here.
Yeah, he jumped in sneakily like a bit ago, but
Castor comes out of the car and says, "We dealt with that."
Hello there.
But Clayton will kind of like get to the kid's level, and he's like, "Say, you work for the papers? You can go."
Oh,
talk to
yes, sir. It puts food on the table. You know how it is.
All right. I want you to give him this note, and Clayton is just gonna write 2 things on a piece of paper and hand it to him, and they're just gonna say Otto Barnes and Sputterdust Gang, and nothing else. Because if I know journalists, that's enough to get people looking.
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this other than hand it over, but I suppose it is writing on a piece of paper, so that's technically what I deal with.
Yep, that's all it takes. And
I also do shoe shining, if you wouldn't mind.
maybe in a bit. And I'm gonna give him an extra 5 copper, and I'm like, that's if you don't tell him who gave it to you.
Well, I don't know who you are, so that's probably for the best.
And as he runs off, Clayton's just like, damn it.
I don't think he can read them. There's a bunch of posters.
Yeah, he's just like, damn it. How does no one know me anymore?
We're gonna go ahead and rewind time just a little bit. Castor, before you hopped into the car, before you were taken on this journey in the cart ride back to Lexington, you had a meeting completely consensual. You were just kind of sleeping in it, and then you woke up, and it was outside of Riverdale.
I often sleep in my carriage.
Yeah, that tends to be how it happens. But back in Riverdale, just a little bit before this, you had a small meeting with your good old friend the gambler. whose name is written down here. I keep forgetting.
Mozan.
Mozan, thank you. Now, I think I got an in. Now the goal is to spook her, right? Make sure she doesn't come after you.
Amongst other things.
Fair enough. Now, of course, she does operate in a bar in Lexington, as far as you're probably aware.
It's very true.
I think I have a plan. It's probably not a good one, though, so mow it over with you as we go along. But if you go to Lexington and you catch her by surprise, you leave this, and he holds out a small box. Lay it on her bed at that bar. I'm sure it'll spook her just enough to make sure she doesn't sell out your information to anybody ever again.
How would she know we were the ones that left the box?
Well,
Are you gonna leave that up to me?
I suppose that's kind of up to you. However, what's inside the box may just do exactly what you're looking for.
And what would that be?
Maybe.
Ever heard of a glitter bomb?
No! My worst enemy!
Now, I have to let you know. I have to let you know I'm not too terribly comfortable with this, but as long as you leave it at just leaving the box there, this is as far as my help will go.
What's
You can
in
look
the box?
inside the box. I don't mind. But that's as far as my planning goes. Opening the box, you see a small old doll. It seems to have some years of use, but you're not entirely sure who maybe held it. However, there is a name attached to it, like written on the bottom of a shoe, named Margaret.
Fucking Margaret.
Marguerite.
Okay. Marguerite.
Don't ask
Yeah,
me where
maybe
I got it.
cocktail after this lady.
Don't ask me where I got it. Don't ask me whose name that is. Don't ask me how they're related to Lena. They'll leave the
I'm
box.
sure I can get that information out of her. Here's your book.
Thank you.
After I read it, Breaktime.
After you read it, we'll get back to that. We're doing some time finagling.
I didn't read the book,
It's
so I didn't
okay.
give a shit.
It's important for my character arc.
Yeah. So time skipping a little bit more. Clayton, you're flipping through the book. And it just
Wait.
Don't draw attention to it. Don't draw attention to it.
we're
Forward or
going
backwards.
Yeah, before you handed the book to we're going back like on the cart ride back to Lexington. Or sorry, to Riverdale, my bad. So after you guys had finished the heist, this is when Clayton's reading the book. And it details a history of the Silver Crows as a paladin order that specifically deals with things along demonic incursions and cultists. However, it also describes their job being done just a little bit too well. Because by a certain century, there really wasn't a whole lot of reason to keep the order funded by the church. And as such, they kind of found themselves basically on the doorstep. Around the mid 1700s, it seems like they kind of refinagled themselves to be more monster slayers and more for hire, as a way to kind of not put their talents to waste, and also still put food on the table. While their mission has always been holy, it looks like their means have now been more like selling themselves out to the highest bidder. Kind of like if Witchers and like Helsing came together. So like dapper gentlemen with canes of silver crow heads on them, walking around killing vampires, werewolves, all of the interesting beasts that roam the night, terrorizing most people. Now they have a strong the book details a lot of the strong presence in Europe. However, the fact that this book is in America and that you kind of can match a description of one individual to what's described in this book, that would absolutely detail that maybe they're starting to branch out to the Americas as well. But that's kind of what you're able to figure out about it. Specifically, it claims that the highlight of their career before they dropped down to monster hunters was specifically a cult of Mirzim being brutally vanquished. And rightly so, as they were doing a lot of human sacrificing, a lot of demon worship. There was even a time where they almost opened a portal to hell, and if the Order of the Silver Crow didn't intervene, there might be like a permanent hell portal to this day, still spewing out the hellfire of hell. So, all in all, pretty good.
Yeah.
Would Simon know about them? Being from Europe?
The name doesn't ring a bell, honestly. Maybe a intelligence check would tell you more, but as far as you're able to tell, it seems like, while the Order of the Silver Crow might be a little bit more famous, the Monster Hunters society they became afterwards seems a bit more secretive, as you haven't heard too terribly much about that specifically. Oh yeah, you know
19.
about them. You came across studies in your classes that would detail something along the lines of holy magic and their relations to arcane. The Silver Crows were used as an example of holy paladins that channel not just gods, but their holy divinity. And because of that, you did learn a little bit about their history. However, you would have also heard about their descent from the church and how the branch was basically cut off. Because there just weren't enough cults to really keep a thing like that going. The proceeds of the church and the more modern age, when science is starting to take over, kind of led to a little bit of a decline. And that's only kind of been accentuated. And something that you've actually noticed while you're in the West. After all, any guy can just buy a gun and shoot a guy, and you know that it does a bit more damage than just your normal fireballs, so... It's like you learned years in order to cast spells like Fireball, and then all of us are like Firebolts, and then like a guy with a gun seems to be outdoing you sometimes. But stuff like that. As far as the monster slaying side of it, it was kind of used in one lecture as a kind of a way of looking at the connection of arcane and beasts in the world. So there was like some hints that there are like various people that make it their mission to find the weaknesses of these beasts, and those weaknesses were used as kind of part of the study of the lecture. So as far as that, no, you do know a little bit more information about them, yes.
Nice.
Now, finagling time yet more. Castor, you just woke up in the cart and made yourself known while you're in Lexington.
I'm here. Hello.
Jesus fucking crap! Oh god.
Boots.
I know it's the boots. I hate those fucking boots. Welcome to Lexington. I thought you were in your room when we took off. Not because I was purposely trying to leave you behind, but you seem busy, and
You know,
I do believe technically we've kidnapped
this is
you.
my cart, technically, right?
Technically we stole.
Technically,
we
I
acquired it
stole it.
as a group.
But the horses
I'm
were
pretty
on.
sure I acquired it on my own. Actually,
I
with
do remember
dynamite
us
that I may
all
have gotten.
being there.
You were on the other side of town.
No, I was here when we got the car. And point. You know what? We're getting stuck in semantics again.
I've got the new hat.
Simon has
Nice
a new hat,
hat.
and you haven't. Thank you. All right. Well, you know what? It feels like everything's okay again. Maybe keep your head down. Just a bit here.
This is what the hat is for, yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have many hats. Let me see what I can use as a hat.
Lemons.
The bowl of lemons.
I only have lemons.
He's
That's
using
all I
his
can
monk
do.
abilities to balance a bowl of lemons on his head. Goddamn fruit lady.
No, I need
So-
to conserve my lemons. I can't risk dropping them.
So, Castor, it just so happens this is kind of exactly where you wanted to be.
Conveniently. What are we doing here?
We're here on a little pit stop from Lucius. He's got something important he's looking to deal with here.
Expedition. Pit stop means we have greater destination.
Where's
Don't we
the
all have a greater destiny?
Where's the bar from here? Elena's bar.
It's not too terribly far. You could make your way over there. Like within a few minutes.
Yeah. So like, are we actively doing something, or are we sitting around waiting for someone else to do something?
I mean, we're doing Lucius's stuff. We were gonna do that while you were indisposed, and then cut over to you after that was done.
All right. Well,
But then you were in the cart.
to do that. But I was in the cart. Yes.
Yeah, if you guys want to split up, you can. It's not necessarily like you're in a situation where being split up would cause great distress and grief.
I guess we should probably choose a place to meet up in case we need to leave the town in a hurry. And then we can split up.
Yeah, that works fine by me.
Considering it's Clayton's and Lucius's horses, you can keep the cart. I have business with Elena.
All right.
We will be here if you need us.
All right.
The governor will be in town too, so be careful.
I'll make sure to
start
kill
something.
him on the way out.
What did I just
You know
say?
what? If you somehow could, that would be helpful. But don't like go looking for it.
I'll keep my eyes open for an opportunity.
All right. Clayton just shrugs. He's like, I don't fucking.
All right, so who wants to go first? There's a few things. Clayton, the governor, is apparently in town, about ready to give a speech. Simon, you have a nice hat. Lucius, Abigail would like to go meet her parents for what you can guess, maybe the last time. And then Castor, you have unfinished business with Lena.
I assume Clayton is just gonna find somewhere to watch the. That's good. Clayton is just gonna find somewhere to watch the speech with his eagle eyes, so he's super fucking far away.
Oh shit! So you want to be like straight up in a building overlooking it and just like looking down? Do you want to be able to hear it though?
Yeah,
Gotta pull a JFK.
I need kind of both.
Yeah.
So like in one
it's
of
kind
the.
Yeah, it's kind of
buildings.
it's in the town center. Who there is currently a crowd kind of getting up. There's a podium that's been set up. There's several posters all around town, and you have a couple of options. There's the general store that seems to be overlooking most of the area, though it is on a ground floor level. There's a small, not like an inn or anything, more like a kind of like an apartment complex. I'm not sure exactly what that would be in the Wild West, but like a kind of like a group home type deal. Kind of where which is behind the whole ordeal. And then there is also the building across the way that is a little bit taller, which seems to be like a general storehouse for probably a couple different companies that take operations in this town.
I will go to the top of that storehouse.
Oh, to the top of it.
If that's possible, or if would I be allowed to just kind of walk in?
No, you'd have to roll a stealth check to not be seen to do that.
I'm just gonna cast invisibility and then climb to the fucking top.
All right, never mind on the stealth check then. You kind of like you're waiting for like somebody to open a door and you just like slip right on in. And you kind of get yourself to the top. You're able to see the whole mess from here. There seems to be a lot of people gathering, a few people with some patriotic accoutrement, and it's something you notice first and foremost is that not on the patio, like on the stage, but off to the side, you definitely notice a familiar face of Colton John, who is currently overlooking a lot of the people here, and constantly looks behind the stage over at the group home, and occasionally goes inside every once in a while and comes back out. But it seems like he's running security, is the best you can tell.
Oh yeah, damn it, we forgot to do that. Well, you can do that.
I have to.
What's happening?
So
I have an idea.
yeah, Brandon has an idea real fast.
First, I want to change clothes into my traveler's clothes.
Okay.
That way, I'm at least less recognizable with that hat on.
Yeah.
And then I want to. It should just be under. Yeah. So, I want.
You would cast detect thoughts on me.
Right, but at the same time, how do I look less less obvious while I'm wearing that?
That crazy brain helmet.
You know what?
don't,
I'm doing it. I'm gonna
unfortunately.
put on the helm of telepathy.
Well, you want to know the great thing? I'm casting invisibility at 3rd level. I can pick 2 people.
That's true.
Can you cast it lower?
No, I'm a warlock.
Then you might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well. So I'm
So
gonna
you
put on
guys
the
are
helmet.
both invisible. You're currently wearing a helmet of telepathy.
And keeping the hat on.
And the hat's on. You
It's
can't
important
see
to
it,
the
but you
status.
feel dapper.
And then I'm gonna cast detect thoughts on Clayton.
And I will choose to fail the save.
Okay, okay.
Because then he can send messages to me.
I feel like, yeah, if it's willing, absolutely. So, so
And
you,
maybe
Simon,
even
you're in
suggestion.
you're like in the crowd, right? Or where are you, Simon?
Is he going to talk in like the center of town?
Yeah, basically.
I just want to be on the outskirts of the crowd.
Okay, absolutely. You are invisible,
Yep.
so it's like nobody can really see you.
I would just rather not bump into people while I'm invisible, because that's a hard thing to explain.
Right. After a
Jerry,
little
you're
bit of
force field.
your force field's showing. Anyway, after some
Right.
time, there appears to be some people bringing the governor out, who seems to be in this. He's a fairly rotund man, bald. Best way I can probably describe him is he looks a little bit like a Western kingpin. Yeah, who gets up onto the stage, and he has several bodyguards, one of them being Colton John, who kind of helps keep people off of him, and he constantly just has a surveillance around the area looking out. And he gets up on the stage, and he begins, "My fellow Americans, I'm glad that you could all make your way out today. I know there's been some tough times lately. It appears that this bandit problem has really gotten to us all. But no more than it has to Hearth Fargus, a citizen of this town, and a real contributor to our economy."
Mm-hmm.
And with the detect thoughts to
Yeah,
Simon,
you're like relaying this all back.
Yeah, he's also gonna say to him, he's just like, it's worth pointing out that when rich people just kind of hoard their gold and don't spend it on anything, it doesn't do anything for the economy. It actually pulls money out of it.
Sure.
Whatever
he
that
doesn't
means.
know. He's like, sure.
And definitely no more than the citizens of Riverdale. Not the Riverdale. I'm sorry.
Lexington.
Wayfinder.
Oh shit.
Wayfinder.
Whose buildings were burnt down, people dragged into the streets and killed. For what? Needless violence, a vendetta from bandit to bandit. Now I tell you, why does our society, why do us good fair people of the American way have to deal with these naysayers, with these hooligans that tote guns around and think like they're better than the law?
Ironic.
Extremely so. Now I say to, and there's a pause. as he kind of looks
What
around.
expected the fucking Dora? Like he expected.
Like a
everybody
really
to-
hard, loud clapping in the back.
There is actually a lot of clapping going on when he speaks. So he like quiets on the crowd and he begins to talk again, but there is like a pause as he kind of looks around the crowd. And you like see him with your eagle eyes, you see him mumbling something to himself. And he sweats a little bit.
Do I have an open shot?
You're in a different place.
Yeah, you're in a different place. You're
Yeah,
heading to
different
Lena's bar. We're just taking care of this in like a certain order. There's some. I say to you that I, in my office, will work tirelessly to make sure these bandits don't stay free forevermore. That they pay for their crimes. And he kind of like looks over at Colton. He like nods at him. And Colton nods back. And Colton actually starts going through the crowd. And starts looking around.
Ooh, I don't like that.
After he says, and they will pay for their crimes, the entire crowd begins to cheer. And he waves at everybody, and some people look a little bit confused because it looks like this whole thing's ending early.
Yeah.
As he and his bodyguards kind of get down, he looks like he's a little hurriedly getting down as he kind of looks around, and then goes back into the building.
Through detect thoughts to Simon, I'm gonna be like, "That's our cue. We gotta go."
He's immediately moving away from the crowd.
Yeah, so you're both kind of like, you're both invisible, but your pursuer might be the type that's able to see, or at the very least just has a really good tracking nose. I'm gonna need some stealth checks at advantage for both of you.
Remember, stealth at advantage. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, unless he's got detect magic, in which case this is kind of gonna light us up.
Oh fuck! Hold on, real quick.
Technically, detect magic only works on things that you can see. Invisibility is a thing that you cannot see. By definition.
17.
Oh, that was at
Roll it again,
advantage, Clayton?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying. I forgot to turn the advantage thing on.
That's fine, just roll it
Just
again.
roll it one more time. Ooh.
Ooh, that's not super great.
We are also farther away though.
Yeah, I'm on the top of a building. I'm just fucking walking off.
Something that's a little bit out of character. Simon, maybe it's the invisibility, but you're able to kind of get away as you realize that he's kind of walking over towards your area. He's looking around. He doesn't look like he's pinned you down, but you think if you stick around, this ain't going to be the best place to stay. And on top, he kind of gets around to the side of the storage building, when all of a sudden he notices a piece of wood chip off and fall down to his feet as he looks up and sees that nobody's there. However, Clayton, you just broke off a piece of this building and it fell right next to Colton.
Mm-hmm.
He looks
What
up.
do?
He draws a gun. He
You want
looks
to do a
up there.
cliffhanger as we go deal with other
Yeah.
people's shit?
Yeah. He pulls the gun. He points
Call
up,
it out.
and there's a shot as everybody kind of starts screaming from the crowd.
Well, I just don't want this to turn into
Yeah,
like
I know,
crazy
no.
fucking combat, and then
I was
nobody else
gonna.
can do it.
I had the exact same
Okay.
thought. This is exactly what I was going to do.
All right.
Lucius or Castor? Which one?
Gambler coin flip.
Gambler coin flip.
Hit that coin flip.
Which one of you wants
my
to do
band.
your thing?
I
next?
call tails.
Which I assume would be 1 or 2.
I would
Normally-
say that's 2.
2, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh shit, here we go!
Castor. You're making your way over to the Waterway, which is the bar that you had actually met all your compatriots in previous tidings. However, it's also where you met Lena and where you learned some information and where you know that her base of operations is. Now you're at the building. How do you want to proceed?
What time of day is it?
It is daytime.
Shit. Can I see how many people are in the bar through the window?
Oh, absolutely. Give me a perception check. You can clearly see everybody inside of it. Perception checks for anything that may be extra.
Let's see. Alright. Shit, okay. I clicked and nothing happened. Feels bad.
Feels bad, man.
15.
Oh, there you go. 15. Looking through the window, you notice that there are several patrons. There's also the same bar lady that was there before, who is currently still manning the bar. There is a plate of lemons restocked on the opposite end of the bar. There is a poker table set up. However, nobody is currently playing at it.
Is Lena at the bar?
No. You do not see Lena in the bar.
Okay. I guess I'll walk in. I'll hold up to the bar counter, grab a lemon, bite into it, as I do.
You bite into the lemon in an expert power move over to the bar lady. Oh, sweetheart, it's been so long since I've seen you. How's your group, Lucius? How's Lucius doing? Have you made up? You been sticking around him?
He's presumably still alive. At least he was about 12 minutes ago.
Well, that's good.
Him just dead on the road.
I'm here to talk to Lena. I'm looking for some information I think she'll be able to get into my hands. Do you know if she'll be here today?
About that, I was told to expect you.
Is that so?
Yeah, I was told to just let you into a room on the second floor. So I mean, I
Then I'll make myself comfortable then.
Are you going up to her room, or are you getting yourself comfortable at the bar?
I'll go to a room and make myself comfortable.
You make your way up the creaking staircase into the bedding chamber, the inn part of the room, and something you would know is that there is a bigger room at one of the corners of the waterway. You are only familiar with one of the rooms, as that's where you were staying when you were here about a month ago. However, something you do notice as you're kind of making your way up to that door is that it is not in fact locked.
Wait, did she unlock it for me, or is it just not locked, period?
It just doesn't, you put your hand on the handle and crank it open, and it doesn't give no resistance.
Okay, well, good for me, I guess. I'm gonna assume the pose in her bed, and I guess I'll wait.
All right, walking into the room, you notice the satin carpets, the much better furniture than any other room in the waterway, a fancy mirror for dressing yourself, and a couple chests in the room. On the bed, which appears to be a queen-sized with red satin covers and linens, you notice a small envelope.
Is it sealed?
It is sealed.
I will not touch it.
All right.
I was just about to say you should check it for traps.
Is there any kind of trinkets in the room?
Oddly enough,
Like
it looks like
or something.
it looks like there may have been some stuff on various countertops and whatnot, but it looks like they've been removed. Like, there are definitely stands for such things like jewelry and whatnot, but it looks like there is nothing on them anymore.
Yeah. Are there any chairs or anything like that? Or is it just
Yes, there's a small table over to the side that has a chessboard on it, and there's 2 chairs at it.
I guess I would know what chess is. I feel like that's something that monks would do.
That's fair.
All right, I'll make myself comfortable at the chess table and start playing against myself, and wait for Selena. Lena. Fucking hell.
And you wait. And you wait. And eventually there's a knock at the door.
Do come in.
The bar lady from downstairs opens the door and looks at you, and she said, "Do you want anything from the bar, sweetie? I know you've probably been waiting here for a while."
Do you have any lemons?
I have an entire
I could go
plate of
for a restock.
If that's what you want. She goes back downstairs. She comes back up with
let
a
me
bowl
tell
of
you,
lemons.
all we got is lemons.
Boy, we got lemon meringue, we got lemon sorbet, we got lemon. I don't know what else.
That's
to make
it.
with
That's
lemon.
all I know.
Lemonade.
We got lemon heads.
And she comes back up with the lemons. She places it. She gives it to you. She kind of asks where you want it to be set down.
How many lemons am I adding to my inventory?
42.
Poggers! I have 67 lemons, boy.
How long have you had a lot of those lemons?
25 are from the last time I was here.
Those lemons
Old
probably
lemon.
aren't super good right now.
I mean, I'm not intending to eat them, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
If you have anything else, just come back down to the bar and ask me, sweetums.
It's kind of
she,
you.
she leaves. She closes the door. You wait. You wait. And it is nightfall by this point, and there is nothing.
Pretty sure you're supposed to open that letter, my guy.
I don't want to open a sealed letter. That's a terrible idea, and I don't give a shit.
It's gonna open up and it's just gonna knock you unconscious with like a powder.
Well, I just mean that maybe you're. I don't think she's coming, my guy.
Yeah, maybe
I
there's
think you got
directions
stood
on
up.
it.
Fine, I suppose I'll. Actually, there's a light in the room, right?
There's no light set up right now, but there are candles that you could light.
So I'll light one of the candles, and I will attempt to, placing the letter between myself and the candle, attempt to read the letter through the envelope.
All right. You set that up in order to try to make out any type of lettering inside. And the only thing you're really able to make out, because it is kind of folded up, and it's not too terribly long, but it's, it's a sizable letter. To the man with the permanent frown and a penchant for throwing plates and bottles.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. That is very specific. Alright, sure, I'll open the letter.
All right.
Ronald Weasley.
It's Leviosa! Actually,
on,
let me think. I'm gonna open the letter, but I'm gonna do this carefully. Let's see. I have a hammer.
All right.
I've got. Actually, you know what? No, that would catch it on fire. I don't want to. I was gonna sear off the end with my lightsaber, but I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
I only have. Let's see. Equipment, weapons. I could use dynamite.
You could just open the letter.
I'll open the letter. Fine.
Open it from the bottom.
After.
I'll open it from the middle.
All right, you open it from the middle, taking out what I would assume like a small letter opener that may be around the room somewhere, and just not opening it in the conventional way. After some finagling, you are dexterously able to open it, and this is what you find.
Oh god, that's a lot of letters. Okay.
And I'm kind of like showing it on stream so other people can read it if they would like to, but if you want to read it aloud, you can.
I need to read it first.
Alright.
Fucking Russians!
All right, well, look, okay,
Goddamn,
it doesn't look the best, but it
yeah,
doesn't help that I almost murdered a government official. But
yeah. I realize how unsatisfying this might be, but you gotta understand, I've never been one to take unnecessary risks, and judging by the fact that you're reading this letter, I'd say it's a sentiment you can understand. When we first met, I knew you'd step into my bar. Call it intuition, call it fate, call it good real estate, being so close to the train station, whatever you call it, my business is information. When I hear a gunslinger with strange magic, Lucius the bartender, and a wizard with a fucking Russian accent all appear on the same train where a suspicious deal is taking place. Calling that a deal is very generous. You bet your ass would be interested in meeting this individual. It's just an added dessert. To this day, you're still a mystery, even to me. No one even knows who you are or where you're from. I'm still betting on Tal Monk, but I've been wrong before. When fucking Jim. At least you called him Jim and not Big Jim.
Yeah, she calls him Jim. She refuses to say Jimbo.
I can respect her. When Jim came by with a gaggle of men all armed to the teeth, it was hard to say no to a deal. I still wanted to know more about you, more about the mystery I couldn't crack, but my hands were tied. Better to save face at least. So imagine my surprise when I hear you're back in Lexington robbing some guy. A mystery for another time, I suppose. Oh ho 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 ho! Now I have someone I need to go and see. If you're looking for me, I'm long gone. Anyone who goes against an army and is one left standing isn't worth the trouble, no matter how tempting the mystery. I'll see you around, handsome. Lena Farthing.
Oh my god, she thinks you're cute.
She thinks
Oh
my
Dude,
god!
I think she has a crush on you.
Oh my god, do you like her back?
I'd like to see her guts.
Oh.
Check yes if you like her, and do a backflip if no.
It's okay, I'm a monk. I can easily do a backflip.
Just watch this fucking
40 consecutive backflips.
It's like 3 days later, you're like, where the fuck is Castor? He's like walking around trying to find me anyway. You open the door and I'm just standing there backflipping over and over again. I'm gonna okay. Let's see. There's one singular person who would know that we were the ones that went to rob that guy. Specifically us. And that's the only person that saw us that didn't get murdered.
Not true. There is the guy that you knocked out but didn't kill that we left sleeping in his bunk.
Oh yeah, that's right. So there's 3 people total. There's that guy, there's the bard across the street, and there's the guy who the bard across the street's butler.
However, in the
Spirit
most
guard,
twisted
my leg.
sense of irony, the one guy that would want credit for this, Clayton, was invisible at the time. so there's that.
All
All
right.
right.
I have a bard to track down.
All right. So
Speaking
you
of bars
you
to
know
track
exactly
down.
where you're headed.
I will take the opportunity, since I'm in this very nice place, to refit my robes with the Satan drapes.
you can just take them, man. No one's stopping you.
Boy, just walking out of here wearing a curtain.
Well, I'm gonna fucking sew it up properly. I want to line my cloak, make me look a little more fancy.
You take them for later, and walk downstairs to the bar proper. And the bar lady over there says, "She's not coming back, is she?"
Well, she will.
Mm.
Everything in this world relies on time, bar maiden.
Well,
Sooner or later, no matter how far you run, some things are inevitable.
you have a very ominous way of putting things, mister. But I suppose as long as I get to keep running the bar, I don't have any problems with it.
That's certainly one kind of running.
Running the bar.
Yeah.
I'm very wise, okay? You just don't get it. Let me add Satan
It's not to
And-
get, man.
Add satin curtains to your inventory. You walk out the bar and take to the night streets, unaware of events that have taken place, which are now about to be described as we cut over to Lucius. Lucius, you're currently asking your ring for directions. Right, so it's... you take a left on Main Street, and I'm trying my best here. I know it's confusing. I can't see the street names. Is Bob's Horseshoe Shop still open?
Ooh,
You look around. You look around your where your directions have currently led you. You do not see a horseshoe shop anywhere.
yeah, you know what? I don't seem to see it here. You sure we're going the right way?
I am 50%, 100% certain.
Ah, yes. Well, here's where we actually are.
All right. So I may have had the wrong turn. If you would like to go ahead and make, I don't know, some sort of streetwise check, whatever that may entail.
I know these streets, but her directions, Jesus.
Let's see here. So, yeah, intelligence. Intelligence is good.
I guess.
That's a 16 because it wasn't not at advantage. If anything, you would have been provided with disadvantage.
Oh,
What?
Well,
Well, I mean,
okay.
I wasn't going to. I was just saying, if anything, it would have been. Because your directions are pretty shit. Even if you do know the streets. Eventually, you're able to make sense of what she means by Bob's Horseshoe Shop and various other shops. And also some street names. You're able to piece together that they're not the right names for places, and they're mainly just what she thinks the names are. As far as you can tell, she maybe wasn't really allowed to walk around the streets too much. Maybe. Unsure. That's a vibe, like, the only way somebody could be this bad about their hometown is by just not walking the streets ever, period.
Like Will.
But you eventually make yourself... Wow. You eventually make yourself your way to the better side of town where you have been previously. And not but a few houses down is there a guard posted, a policeman, at a certain hearth estate. But that is not the house you're currently looking at. The one you're looking at seems to be a gated house that seems fairly lavish. It doesn't have the same sense of pride that one hearth would personally put about. But looking on, you definitely see several hedges that seem to be well maintained. The house in itself has nice polished wood. The house just looks nice. Would signify anybody that lives here is probably fairly wealthy.
Well, I'll try and go up and knock on the door.
Alright, so you walk past the gate, and you're currently walking down the sun-paved road until eventually you make it to the front doors, to which a certain farmer, which you notice, who's currently chipping away at some of the ferns to make them more uniform, looks at you and runs the other direction.
Racists. What
Can't
can you
handle
do?
your stuff. Oh shit.
You know, I don't know why I did that. I did the hand circling my face thing, thinking that people could see that for some reason.
You're funny.
You know, pointing at, horns, face red.
That's smart.
Well, that was weird.
They're coming.
You wait a little bit, and eventually the door opens to a man wearing a butler's attire, with a little pin mustache and nicely combed hair. He looks at you. At first he opens the door with closed eyes and he says, "How may I help you?" Oh, I'm sorry. How may I help you?
Yes. I fucking forget what's Abigail's last name.
You never asked.
Did I not? Hold on a second.
Abigail, quick! What's your last name?
No,
You can technically
it has to
ask with your name, but with just
Yeah,
like
because
in
you
your
can think to her.
Yeah.
telepathically.
Yeah.
She whispers, not realizing that she doesn't need to. Hush.
Hush?
Yeah, hush.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm too loud.
You're not there? No, my name is Hush. Abigail Hush.
Hush. Is this the Hush residence?
No, this is the... I'm sorry. Hush as in Abigail Hush?
Si, senor.
Right. This is
Well,
the
I don't speak
Lancasters'
Spanish.
estate. However, the Hush family has been living here. So I suppose you are in the right place. I think. He's not really able to pull himself away from your horns.
Oh, hey, I see his stare. It's okay. It's just get up. I work at a bar called Devil's Tail, and you gotta play the part. Trust me, it's just makeup.
Right.
It throws people off all the time. So I'm just getting off.
I have a bit of a embarrassing thing I want to say. I forgot the name I just said.
Lancaster?
Lancaster. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, I forgot that too.
I'm
thank
paying
you, though.
attention to your side quest.
I'm not
Don't
apparently.
worry.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
Lancaster.
yes. Do you have what business do you have with the Hush family?
Well, it's about Abigail.
Yes. How do you know Miss Abigail?
It's a
Business meeting.
interesting
business
story,
Meeting.
but honestly, it's a
Business meeting.
business meeting that I have.
Oh, right. Harold's business. Yes. I suppose you, if you are at all in the West, you would have eventually have ran into those merchants. I do hope that Master Harold hasn't been too terribly insulting. I know it's get up and all, but he is fairly religious.
You know, I've had my fair share of stuff. I handle a lot of stuff.
Right. And I do apologize for my reaction. I do not mean to cause offense to our guest. If you wouldn't,
Not at all.
if you wouldn't mind waiting here for just a moment, I will go fetch the master of the house.
Sure.
Please do come in. Just do not go past the gallery.
All right, can do.
All right. He leads you in, and you see nice. This is actually a nice change of pace. There's marble flooring in this place. There's several pillars that hold up the house, and there seems to be some very lavish art that's held all around the place.
Cheers, let's out. Fancy.
Can you please keep it down? Don't make too much of a noise.
Look, you know, being in a place like this, I think anybody would react like this. I mean, what the fuck? Is your place loaded?
Oh,
I'm a bard.
my my fiance was.
Oh, so is this their place too?
Yes, this is the Lancaster estate. I was marrying into the family, so. However, certain
I
incidents.
noticed he said was.
Well,
Just
a
dead.
certain instance made it impossible. If it wasn't for the fact of our engagement ring, I wouldn't be here talking to you now.
Hmm.
I did think it was strange, the design of the ring.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to remember for a sec. Harold, that's his name, right? The person you were gonna marry?
Harold Lancaster, my fiance. Well, was my fiance. After some time, you hear some shouting. It's Abigail! I didn't. Oh. And it seems like an elderly man who doesn't seem to dress quite in the regalness of this house would suggest. I'm sorry, I heard my daughter was here.
Sorry.
May have heard wrong. Now that I think about it. I'm sorry.
Now we have to whisper in order to make them feel uncomfortable.
Marshal Lanchester's just in the other room. I came in his stead for the time being. How can I help you, sir? Something about Abigail. I left after I heard Abigail, so it appears I may have had the situation misconstrued.
Yeah, I just have some very important information to discuss with Harold about Abigail.
That's Harold. Harold's not here. Harold was with Abigail when they were marching on to the west.
That's not.
That's not what we like to hear.
Oh, well.
Was Harold not with Abigail when
Any
you
chance do you know where
met
he
with
is?
her?
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
No.
There were multiple bodies.
Yeah.
There wasn't just Abigail's body. Fair
we
to point
didn't
out.
exactly get their names.
Yeah, I didn't search for an ID or anything.
Just search for money.
But I got a super cool helmet, so I think it's about the same.
I'm so sorry. My name's Bert. Bert Hush. And he goes to
Bert,
shake
and-
your hands.
Pleasure. And you are in relation to Abigail?
I'm her father.
Father, yes.
I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of my day, but he points up to his head to kind of mimic where horns would be.
You've noticed as well. It's part of my other job.
Right. You
Actually
dress as
rehearsing a
a.
play.
Is that usual for a merchant trade? He's clearly drawing at straws here.
You know, man, sometimes you know how it is with families. You gotta work multiple jobs.
That is fair. That is fair. He goes to shake your hand more fervently this time. It is. How do you and Abigail know each other?
I just try to think for a second. Abigail, do you think that's appropriate yet to tell him?
I would appreciate if you didn't.
Didn't. Okay, well, what is it that you would like me to tell
I
this
mean, I
man?
got her wrapped around my finger.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
I see you haven't met many parents.
They didn't like me for some reason.
They really didn't at first when they saw that I was the devil.
I don't know. Improvise.
Okay, yeah, well,
We met along the adventure.
Sir, I was in a couple towns over and I had met the couple.
Right.
We met at a lake.
Is
and-
business, pleasure, something about a second job?
Well, this was on my other job, not the
Because
barkeep.
I knew the Lanchesters were into some weird shit, but I mean, I no offense. I know we gotta pay the bills.
Well, I can assure you, I definitely wasn't like this then.
To each their own. Listen, I haven't seen my daughter in 6 months.
6 months.
And you gotta understand that you come along here now, who's someone who's claimed to meet my daughter, and I can't even get a profession out of you. Is something wrong?
Well, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
your
Abigail,
daughter's
man,
missing.
gotta tell him. Gotta tell him. I don't know
shut
what
up.
you
shut
want
your
from me
mouth.
here.
No, you shut your mouth.
Abigail, I don't know what you
What is
want
he-
from me.
What does he look like?
Well, he doesn't look himself.
You're looking
If
up
he-
and down. He looks a little, almost frantic, a little bit. You definitely notice that the clothes that he's wearing, while they do kind of betray the regalness of the house, they're still fine enough on their self, but they also look like they may not properly fit him. Like maybe he's wearing what he would assume fine folk clothes would look like.
You know, I think your father's gained a few pounds.
And he's just kind of looking at you.
I mean, Abigail's
It's
been
okay,
looking
you
a
know
little
what?
red
I'm
these days.
sorry, I didn't get a name.
Takes a microsecond. Lucius, you might have heard of me. On my other job, I bartend a lot, and so my main one that I've been holding up for quite a while has been here in the Devil's Tail.
You might have heard from me. I killed that guy and robbed his house. I don't know if you read the newspapers, but I'm there.
If they know my name, I don't know how.
I'm afraid I'm not too familiar. You're well known?
Well, I'm well known to those at the bars.
I suppose.
How about we go in the other room and I can fix you up a drink and show you how my skills.
Yeah, sure. Marshall has an entire closet of fine booze. I'm sure you can do something with it. I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah, and you can take time to get out of your makeup.
Ask about my mother.
Sir, as we walk over, I'm assuming.
Your wife around?
Yeah. Is there anybody else here with you in the family?
Yeah, my wife, Abigail's mother.
Yeah, where's she right?
In the house. I'm sorry. Is that important?
Just curious is all.
Just tell me where your wife is, man.
She's upstairs. He just keeps like he's leading you over to where like the liquor cabinet is, and it's just like constantly giving you the weird eye back like over his shoulder.
Well, as I'm fixing up a drink, I'm like, you wanna call her, bring her in here? I got something actually to tell the both of you. It's very important. If you both were present.
Is it about our daughter?
Yeah, it's about your daughter and it's about Harold.
All right, I'll go fish Marshall as well. Then he's kind of busy, but I'm sure he can stop his meeting for the time being. And he like starts going upstairs and he starts yelling, "Faith, Marshall!" So I'll just be a minute. And then the butler comes out of nowhere. And it's just like, yes, sir, I can fetch them for you if that would be I can get them myself, all right? It's fine. You don't have to go through all the extra work. He just starts screaming, "Faith, Marshall!" And he goes up the stairs. You currently have access to what is, you can tell, the holy grail of liquor cabinets. There's some really high-class stuff in here.
If you're suggesting that we're gonna pocket any of it, well, you're darn too incorrect.
All right.
That'd be heavily.
I don't know if you wanted to fix up a drink. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I'm fixing up something.
Oh, fantastic. So while they're upstairs, you're just kind of getting a drink prepared, and she's just like, "So, does he look good? Bad?
Ugly?
Concerned.
Fair?
Also weird. You've never met me, but I kind of got horns and stuff."
There's like a pause, like, horny?
What an
listen, lady. No,
I'm not really. I'm sorry. I
don't know if you've ever met a tiefling before.
Tiefling? Like a demon?
You know, on appearance, yes, kind of like.
They're devils.
But it's a bit harsh. Not a lot of people really see us anymore, and I'm used to the crude remarks.
You're a devil person.
You know what? Yeah.
Heart devil.
I mean, I'm sorry. You've done nothing but help me. I've just.
And hence why people jump to assume that we're just bad folk.
You don't know what Marshall does, do you?
No, because you really don't talk to me at all.
That's fair. I'm sorry. I've been going through a lot. Listen, I'm sorry for advance. And at that point, Bert and Faith, which you assume to be with a similar dress, but probably put on a lot better. is a middle-aged woman who comes down as well, who you can assume to be Bert's wife, as well as a very dapper-looking man who dresses in a very similar fashion that you may have seen before, toting a cane with a silver crow on it.
Oh, whoops.
Yes,
This is fine.
Yes, Bert, I know that Harold has gone into the west to take on the merchant trade, but I don't need to have every update of everyone that comes into my abode, and... Oh.
Asade, Razga.
Yikes.
Bert,
is
can
a-
I
this is
have
a
your
bra
attention
moment.
for a moment? It's like, yeah, that's all right, Marshall. I'm sorry. Listen, Faith, this is Lucius. Don't worry, that's get up. That's makeup. Is it so? What Marshall kind of gets out. Bert, I'd very much like to meet you in private for a moment. That's
private,
fine. Yeah. Faith, get along with the man. He apparently has some news about our daughter. Abigail, yes, and she comes right down and goes to meet you, shakes your hand. It is a convincing costume.
Spared no expense.
Yeah, kind of the
fair
point, I
enough.
guess. Now this
Well, I'll
is your...
catch you two in a moment. And it's like, yeah, I'll be right back down. What is it, Marshall? And they kind of lead themselves back upstairs.
This is your chance to get in good with the wife. That way you have someone who's ready to back you up.
And in the back of your mind, you hear, so Marshall's a monster slayer. Apparently, there's something about family history about hunting demons.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry. I mean, I would have liked to know the tiefling thing beforehand, but you know,
Well, I tried.
it's on
to
me.
reach
It's on
out
me
to-
too.
She can't
You know-
see him.
Yeah. Really did.
We then find ourselves cutting back as you awkwardly share a drink with Abigail's mother, as a demon hunter and Abigail's father have a conversation upstairs. Clayton, there's a shot that is ringing out, and I am about to make myself an attack roll on you at disadvantage.
All right.
Both of it. Oh shit!
All right. That's a now one.
The shot completely whiffs up in the air. Everybody kind of goes panicked in the streets. A shot just kind of like comes in your general direction, but doesn't hit you as you just kind of maintain stillness. As he kind of like looks up. He fires one more time, assuming you let him. Do you do anything after the first
what
shot?
I'm gonna do actually.
He looks
are
confused.
y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off the building at him, and right before I hit him, I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
All right. So that's a timed spell cast.
That is correct.
Let's get some excitement here. All right. So you're jumping down now. You're jumping down right at him. You're but feet away from him, and you cast a spell that lets out a thunderous boom in the area. What needs to happen because of this?
So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna click cast. Okay. I'm gonna need a con saving throw from him,
All right.
as it is a creature within 10 feet of me.
Let me see here. A con saving throw. Ooh, okay, sick.
He's provisioning those.
He did not succeeded.
All right. So he's gonna take 3d10 thunder damage.
All
Let
right.
me roll that real fast. 15 points of thunder damage.
Now, I don't know if this count. I don't think this counts as an attack. So I don't think you drop anything.
Let me check invisibility. Attacks or cast a spell.
Okay, so immediately, like within feet of his face, you suddenly appear out of thin air. Surprise on his face. Bam! An explosion of thunder.
And I
as he's
teleport.
blasted. Yeah, as he's
And I
blasted away.
teleport right next to Simon as invisibility drops. Just whoop. I'm like, we should probably go.
God damn it, you two again!
It does. It drops my invisibility.
All right, we need an initiative roll
Oh,
here
wait.
then.
No, the spell ends for a target. I put it on 2 targets. He has
Oh,
not
so
yet
Simon
attacked or
still
hit.
has it.
Oh.
So Simon's still invisible. I just knew where he was, and I teleported next to him and was like, we gotta go.
He's gonna pat you on the back, very, very
All right.
like yes.
So now we have entered a situation where initiative needs to be rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically just Clayton, Simon, and the man in black.
Alright, I'll click on my token.
I
Initiative.
forgot to click on my token. Oh, hey, we rolled the same though.
Yeah, but I get to go first because my initiative modifier is higher.
All right,
Just thought I'd
so... Well, actually, it's up to you who wants to go first.
Yeah, do
Technically.
you want to do Thunder Step
Yeah.
and then something else, or
Yeah, so you guys choose who goes first.
Let me check. Thunderstep is
It's an action.
Um,
bonus action? Technically, to reply mentally is a bonus action.
I'm thinking about this because I don't want to get into a huge gunfight right here.
I don't see why not.
There's a lot of
The crowd's already starting to
There's a
disperse
lot of
after the
people.
first
It is
shot.
starting to disperse. There's a lot of people screaming. You have appeared. There's a loud crack of thunder. So I just, out of you and Simon, who's going first?
I'll let Simon go first. I'll let him decide.
All right, Simon. Invisibility is not dropped for you. However, there is a one Clayton Draze next to you, and a one Colton John in front of you.
With his mask up, because I
And you
have to mask up.
technically, I would say, like an attack on him would have advantage because he does not know you're there at all.
Correct. Would we have said I would have mage armored?
No, because you
Uh,
weren't expecting combat.
Were you
Right,
expecting?
just watching.
All right. So no, you would not have mage armor. You can take your turn to cast it.
That's up to you, my guy. I'm looking at him point at a spell sheet for something.
I want to really badly, but I
If
also
it's
think I
casting
wanna
time in
just work this
action
out.
and you have a bonus action, then you could just fire it off.
I could, yeah, in one shot. Oh, it's not that big either. So it's like,
Up to you.
What are you casting?
Okay. So if I was to cast something like Melf's minute meteor,
Go. What?
are they visible?
They're visible. What the
Yeah,
fuck is
well, you'd be
Melt's
casting
minute
a spell,
meteor?
so you would lose. It's
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you asked. I will gladly give you a description of it. Let me move over to my spells. It is no. Yeah, there it is. I create 6 tiny meteors in my space. They float in the air and orbit around you for the spell's duration. When I cast the spell, and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, I can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points I choose within 120 feet of me. Once a meteor reaches its destination or impacts against a solid surface, the meteor explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes makes a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed or half as much on a successful one.
So that's like you set that up so now it's a bonus action to use it?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and I will immediately shoot 2 of them at him.
All right. So you need to make dexterity saving
Two.
throws?
Yeah. 2 dex
2 of
saves.
them. Well, he has a pretty good dex. So I'll roll
Clayton-
these 2.
Clayton
What
whooped
is
up
your
next to you
save
like-
DC?
My DC would be a 16.
So he fails both.
So that's 46 fire damage. So Clayton like whoops next to you and is like, "All right, man, we gotta go." And then he just watches you create balls of flame.
Whip it out.
So that's only 1.
Yeah.
Right.
You roll damage for that again. Okay, so that's it's
18.
11 and 7, right?
Yep.
Just make sure he's got them.
18 damage just cracked in his face.
Okay.
Still got 4 of them. This is what we were talking about.
God
when we
damn!
were like a revolving grenade launcher.
Yeah, that's what it looks like around him. He's just got like a revolver of grenades around his arm.
Damage type. Okay. So he just gets lit the fuck up. And immediately goes to well, I mean it's Clayton's turn now, so
Yep.
he's got like 2 meteors thrown at him and impacted. There are
many spells
several other bodyguards that were kind of handling the other guy, but they're kind of making their way over.
All right. I'm going to Eldritch Blast because I can do 2 of those.
Yeah.
So, I assume a 14 does not hit. Will?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
A 14 does not hit his AC, no.
I didn't think that. How
15
about a
also-
15?
Yeah, honestly, saving throws are his weakness. AC is not.
Alright, so just... Damn it.
So yeah, you did not hit with. You like cast
Just
both of them
boom,
at him.
boom. I'm like, damn it.
Uh,
I'm gonna start moving and kind of posturing towards Simon that we should at least get out of the town square. Like maybe start looking for places to hide, but you know.
Real fast.
Because also, if we just kill somebody in the town square in front of all of these witnesses, it just goes. It like proves his point that the fucking bandit menace is unstoppable.
But he immediately. I mean, we are unstoppable.
We
but he did
are.
also just shoot at you.
Yeah.
And as far as Simon knows, you get to just fight back.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair enough.
kind of the way things work.
So that's where the bodyguards are. Oh, okay. So technically here, but they're going to be taking their entire turn to get up to him. So you shot at him. Bonus action, anything?
Bonus action. I will Hexblade's Curse one of the bodyguards.
Yeah, you're within range to kind of do that. So one of them does, in fact, get cursed. Actually,
Yeah,
is it
just
within 30 feet?
Let me double check Hexblade's Curse. Yeah, creature within 30 feet.
Then no, they are not within range.
Okay, then if nobody's within range, I won't Hexblade's Curse.
Okay. It is now
Then
Colton
I'm-
John's turn, who is currently reeling back from some pretty massive damage. There is some crowdspeople around, and what he does is he like grabs one that's kind of screaming, and holds them hostage right in front of himself and points the gun directly at you. That kind of took his action. That took one of his attacks to do.
Real fucking nice of y'all like that. I really love when they take people hostage. That just tickles me.
I ain't about to go down. I'm about to go down without a fight, Clayton. As he
Yeah,
goes ahead
you
and
look
shoots
like you're
his,
fighting real well over there.
He goes ahead and shoots his revolver at Clayton.
All right.
It's a 9-1. No, that's a D10. Whoops, my bad.
Oh, good job.
That's a 10. He has a +10 modifier.
Shit, I can't even shield to block that. All right.
That's a
Yeah.
20.
I mean, good thing I didn't waste a mage armor because he would have been hitting me anyway.
So let me go ahead and see here. So that's 2d10 +6. That is 17 points of damage right on Clayton's head. As you get shot and a shot goes careening through you. Damn it, Clayton! We're gonna end this here and now. And for God's sakes, give me back the fucking book!
Really, you're gonna have to make an appointment.
That took, he technically has 2 attacks, but he had to grapple one of these guys, so that took one of his attacks. Let's see here. What is he going to do?
Oh. Hold on real fast. I have to go into fucking D&D Beyond and change my for some reason my health is too higher on my D&D Beyond than my
Oh, okay.
on my thing.
Roll 20.
Yeah, my roll 20.
Right. Let's see here. Oh shit. Well, bonus action. He's not gonna do anything for it. So the bodyguards take their entire turn to get up to like shooting distance from you, but they all pull out revolvers. And are now aiming at you. Simon, this guy took a hostage. He's looking really beat up, but there's also several guys with guns. There's about 3 of them that are currently huddled up around you.
How close are they to each other?
They're pretty grouped up.
Huh. Pretty grouped up. Well, luckily, Fireball's got that 20-foot radius.
Oh, Jesus.
And luckily, my evocation,
say...
lets me put a bubble around that hostage.
Oh, so he himself is not huddled with the bodyguards at all. The bodyguards themselves, 2 of them are close enough together to... Well, no, actually, it's 20-foot radius. Yeah, all 3 of them would be able to be hit, but he would not. So if you want to just, like, rain death upon the guys with guns, you can do that.
Definitely.
All right. So... Dex saving throw on all 3 of them. So let me see here. All right. So all of them fail.
31 fire damage.
Oh shit. So they all get blasted to high hell. You actually completely annihilate all of them within an inch of their life. But it looks like some of them still have some, but they get blasted down to the ground, and they look like they're bleeding out type of shit.
He's just gonna look at Colton and be like, "It ends here, right?" However, those were his only 2/3 level spell slots.
Technically have a bonus action.
You mean to shoot another Melf's meteor?
Well, here's the problem: is he has a hostage, and it's anyone within 5 feet.
What if I aim
the hostage would get hit, although evocation. Right?
Is Melf Meteor's evocation?
It is evocation.
Then you can sculpt it.
Oh shit!
2 more right his way.
Shit. All right, so he needs to make me 2 saving throws, correct?
Yeah.
He fails both of them. Jesus Christ. How much is that total?
7 and a 6.
Oh yeah, 7 and 6. I quickly put those.
I'll
So
do
13.
them separately. I can do that. So he's looking pretty fucking bad as he gets blasted. It's like, how the hell are you doing that?
He's magic.
Fuck.
Go with Russian intuition.
He
Clayton.
just feels different. Clayton. All right, he has a fucking hostage.
Yeah.
Does
He
that
has
mean
2/3 cover, and if you hit the cover instead, you'll hit the hostage.
But I have spell sniper, which means I can ignore
Shit, you
cover.
do. So absolutely.
Yes.
He doesn't know that, so that's fair.
He doesn't know that. So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
I'm gonna go. How far away from me is he exactly?
He's within 30 feet,
Within 30 feet. Okay, then I will hexblade
Ish.
curse him.
but close enough. Yeah. So he's cursed now. He has that
Alright.
noose brand around his sword. It's like, what the fuck?
And we are gonna go, just Eldritch Blast again. We don't have. Stop me if you heard this one before. I only have like 2 cantrips that deal damage, so.
Oh, you didn't take Melf's
shit.
minute meteors?
Okay, hold on. 17.
17 does not hit.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling
You said
super
Dex
high.
AC
you said
build.
saves there.
AC
I know, but I don't
AC
have any cantrips that cause save.
Listen, this is an AC built warlock, not a
Right,
dex
just-
saving throw warlock.
He's just aiming, and then he fires 2 shots off. That I imagine he just hits like armor, and he's like, "God,
he's
I
like-
swear I hit him."
Like you
Yeah,
managed to, you're like also trying, like even with spell sniper, you're still trying to avoid hitting the hostage. Who this lady's just like, what the hell is going on?
Ma'am, so you stop me if you heard this one before. You are trapped within a current fight between an infernal hell devil and just a man who wants his stuff back.
You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
That
I'm
too.
confused which side of this I'm on. And he takes some. He goes ahead and raises a spell with his gun. You see a orb of fire produce itself at the barrel of his gun before he shoots it out. He is casting Fireball.
Yep. All right. That sounds about right.
He is also casting it at 5th level.
He's
So
a
I'm gonna
fucking
need
warlock.
both of you to give me a dexterity saving throw. Or take 10d6 damage.
I don't know if I could get it. Okay.
DC is not too terribly high. It's not as high as his... Oh, okay, that's good. You both... Oh, no!
Yeah.
There might be a rescue op going on here, Simon. Just letting you know. Alright, so that's 10d6
The
damage.
same thing last time.
That's what.
10d6.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's at 5th
okay.
level.
We did this.
Warlocks still know how to cool it.
He could roll all once. Shit. Ow.
So Spooky...
But-
Simon, you take half that, so you take 15 damage.
So Clayton's out.
Yeah, Clayton, you get blasted and immediately go unconscious. Your curse isn't lifted because he's not dead, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you need to be dead, but you're making that saving throws. This is starting to look familiar.
Yeah.
The same routine again.
fucking damn it.
That's
Really,
the
problem
bodyguards.
is I wasted a spell on invisibility.
The bodyguards, like one of them is able to kind of hold the gun up, but he just falls to the ground. He does not have the strength to even try. So that's good. They're still alive as far as you can tell, though. Simon, Clayton's down. Colton looks like he's really hurt. He has a hostage, and he just cast fucking Fireball.
I'm gonna cast 2nd level magic missile.
Are you trying to kill? Oh shit! That automatically hits, right? So,
Yep.
It does.
That's 4d4 plus 4.
alright, go ahead and roll plus 4.
15.
Yep, that's enough. You cast a magic missile. They both go around around the hostage and hit him from all sides. I fucking hate wizards. And he goes down.
Which
He's
means I
also-
heal 8 hit points.
Yeah, the noose takes up. Well, he's not dead.
It says when it
It
drops.
just
him
drops to 0 hit points, but it does take the life force that was going to just leave him and adds it to yourself, and you wake up, Clayton.
Yeah, just. Oh, fucking
He is on the ground. He's bleeding out, unconscious. The hostage runs away in terror, and we are out of initiative. But I would like you to describe what you do next.
Clayton is gonna walk over to Colton John, and I'm gonna like step on his chest and kind of like point my gun down. And I'm like, "Is this it? Here now? We going out this way?"
I don't know what type of deal you made, but I can tell you right now, nothing you got was worth it.
I got all this.
The look on your face seems pretty worth it.
I don't know what kind of deals you made, but you should have made better friends. And I'm just gonna cap him.
You put a shot straight through his forehead, and he goes down. Actually, after you notice the life leave him, his skin slowly starts to shrivel up into a point where it looks like age has set in severely, to the point where his skin turns to ash, and nothing's left but blackened bone.
That's
Goodbye.
new. Well, what's he got on him?
His
I-
gun does dissipate,
Yeah.
but for a moment, real fast. After that happens, after you're right about to search him, fire lights up in where his eyes used to be, and small little orbs of flame. And through his mouth spurts a little bit of a little bit of bursts of fire, and you hear in a raspy, demonic voice, "You got one, but there's so many more."
I'm coming for a whole operation, Mirzim. That's a stupid name. You see, when you pick a name, You want it to be good.
Well, good news it's not the one, and good news it's not mine.
They ain't even the original.
I'll find it. You just sit pretty. I'm coming for you.
I'll see you in hell, Clayton.
You'll have to get in line.
The fire fades. And that is that. Nothing left but a blackened skeleton.
Alright.
Did
So-
his equipment too?
Most of it kind of burnt up when he when the demon kind of took him for a second there. The gun just dissipates into the aether.
Yeah,
It's not yours to claim.
Is his hat okay?
Does money? No.
I'll take money.
It's singed. Do you want the singed hat?
It's pretty cool.
You do find
sim-
on his person about 21 gold pieces.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's start. He like holds the pouch and just kind of looks to Simon. And he's like, "Hell ain't paying too well these days, huh?"
I guess not.
Then we have to get the fuck out of here before the rest of law enforcement shows up.
I mean, I only spent 3 spell slots.
Well, that's more than I got, but we should still move.
All right.
Two
We're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves to a nice little walk during the night. Castor,
I'm here.
hi. How's it going?
All right. Doing all right.
There is a nice house just across the street from the house you robbed not a week ago.
Good. I'm glad
There's
it's
a
still there.
There is a security guard posted out front who you are aware of the name. Oh, hey! You're that... No, you're not the magic one. You're the other one.
We all perform our own types of magic.
No, I remember you as being really boring.
Oh,
shut
does
the fuck
that
up
mean you're...
before I do your shit in.
Oh, is your friend here the one that was going to teach me magic?
He's probably dead.
Okay.
Tell me, is your employer home?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, she is.
I'd very much like an audience.
I can, I'll definitely relay that to the butler. You can, wait right here, sir. I'll be right back. You're just on the other side of the gate. As he goes,
I will wait patiently.
jumps on. A little bit later, he comes back. I was supposed to ask what business it's about, apparently.
A personal business.
Alright. He leaves. He comes back. That's vague, apparently.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's at that moment that you do notice a woman looking at you through a balcony window. On
we
the
kinda
second floor.
Look up at her, kind of very subtly, kind of like the eyes only up at her without moving my head, and just kind of wink at her while I talk to the guy, explaining how vagueness is actually good for the spirit. It allows your mind to creatively reconstruct that which there's something or other. I don't know. I'm not an
As
actual-
much as I like to see the young man travel back and forth between the front door and the front gate, we can talk like this for the time being. And you hear a whisper in your ear, as you actually do notice her lips are moving.
Classic bards.
I know you lie.
Can I talk back to her in my head, or do I have to talk?
It's just
to
like
her?
a small whisper that you would say back.
Oh, okay, I forgot bards have message. Does this mean I have a 255 word limit?
No.
That's a different spell.
Is that not message?
That's sending.
250.
Sending
Okay.
is across the
Okay.
planes. Message is like a distance.
Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you at last. May I ask your name again?
I wrote that down.
You wrote down your own name. You must be quite forgetful.
No, I have it written down here. Miss Aberdash, you can call me.
Well, Miss Aberdash, I see that you're quite fond of gazing out over the evening lawn of your estate.
Well, I do when there are strangers at my door. Well, gate.
And if those strangers were to be at someone else's gate,
Well, I don't know exactly what type of business you partake in. If that's robbing from every house on the street, I suppose that's your business.
I do not rob people.
However, when Hearth is across the street, I never quite liked him, so no skin off my back.
Yeah, I figure as a bard you must be more than fanciful of stories of this like. I bear you no ill intent, much as I bore no ill intent to whoever it was across the street. I simply must fulfill my goal.
Oh yeah,
At
what's that,
any
honey?
cost. However, for the moment, I'm searching for a certain woman who runs a bar close to the train station, name of Elena.
Right,
More
the information broker.
Yes,
We had a
I'm
nice
sure.
We had a nice chat over tea about a week ago. After
Yes,
that,
I imagine you did.
she said if anybody came by looking for her, to tell her that she already skipped the country.
I would find that rather surprising.
Well,
But let me ask you this. Do you think your estate is as well protected as the one across the road?
I don't think it is.
Oh, nice. Threaten
If
her.
you went to go steal anything, I could not stop you.
Well, there are things more valuable in your mansion currently than physical goods, as I'm sure you're aware. So I want you to be as honest as possible as to what exactly you were talking about and what she said.
Well, she asked me about the individuals that I saw going into the estate. I described them the best I could, same as I did to the police.
Those police?
Well, there's sheriffs, deputies, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah,
The
Law
popo,
enforcement.
yes.
the law enforcement.
5-0.
She seemed to be able to put some things together herself. In return, I just told her about a story. She seems to like those.
As most information brokers would.
Now,
What story?
some tale about a long-forgotten age. Apparently, this is one I heard from the natives of this lands, but there was apparently something about a crystal god. She asked me questions about crystal, and that was the first one that came to my mind.
She was
Now-
asking about crystals.
Yes, she was.
Why did she come to talk to you in the first place?
I get around. I've heard many stories from many
Nice.
different places.
In more than one ways, I'm sure.
You couldn't afford me, dear.
I didn't need. Never mind, nothing. Oh god.
Stop that train of thought right now.
Now-
right now.
I could keep stalling you for as long as I possibly can, but I should let you know I already sent a sending spell. Law
I'm
enforcement
sure you-
will be here pretty soon.
I broke no laws.
I think you'll find that you have. So you can
What's
come in
the-
here and take what's precious to me, as you so well put it. But I wouldn't imagine you get far.
How is she She's on the balcony, right?
She's like through a window on the balcony, so she's kind of like, you can see her head. She's just kind of like looking down, fanning herself.
So she definitely has 3/4 cover, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Or even full, well, in the window, full cover. I don't have any more dynamite. Do I not have any more dynamite?
No, you don't have any more dynamite.
I don't have any more dynamite.
Do you want to stay here and fight the entire town's law enforcement?
I would like to kill her.
Alright, what are you doing?
I'll make a note of it. Okay. I'll bid her adieu. And I'll make my way in such a way that I go around her mansion, and I want to take a mental note of which entryways would be the easiest to get through, like large windows or balconies and stuff like that.
In your time, it is currently nighttime. We're kind of finagling time a lot here, so just to kind of prepare you for what's about to happen next, as you're kind of looking around, you're taking some good notes, and you're definitely checking for any entrances and whatnot. We can take care of that later. However, there is a cart that rolls up next to you, a very familiar cart that Clayton is currently driving, and he says, we need to get out of here now. Lucius and Simon are also in the back, and there seems to be some franticness about them. And that is when we
cause trouble.
Yeah, and that is when we pull back to Lucius. Lucius, you're currently sitting at a dinner table. The chefs are currently preparing meals, and you were asked to prepare drinks. The entire situation is insanely awkward, as at the head of the table, there is... One second, I'm just changing the music back. Here we go. And then at the end of the table, there is... Wow, where did I write down? I wrote down Oli's name somewhere. Holy shit. Did I not really? No, I totally did.
Do you need to know what all their names are?
I do, but I wrote them down somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out
there's
where.
Faith, who is the wife. There's Bert, who is the clearly Silver Crow's dude.
I found it. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where. I like put it in such a weird spot that as soon as I scrolled away from it, I lost it. But I found it.
Do you ever do that with the intention that, like, I'll remember because it's weird?
Yeah. I actually, just the sake of convenience. And then it wasn't convenient. So there is Marshall Lanchester, who is currently sitting very regally at the end of the dinner table. Bert and Faith are sitting at one side next to each other. A chef has just laid down some food, and you are sitting at the other opposite end from Bert and Faith. And Abigail is currently asking you, what's happening now?
You put me in an awkward situation. That's what's happening right now.
Bert and Faith have noticed the awkwardness between you and Marshall, as Marshall has just been staring daggers. His eyesight is not left to yours.
Something on your mind there?
No, I just was wondering what exactly would inspire your design, as he looks you up and down.
Well, you see, in one of my other jobs, as I explained to the other gentleman, I'm a bartender, and one that I work at, here in town is Devil's Tail, and the owner really wants to go out.
That is in Wayfinder, by the way. Yeah, Devil's Tail's in Wayfinder. That's the next town over.
Whatever.
I'm just like,
in a town.
A town, a place, a place like that.
A people.
A people. Right. So, because you tend a bar called the Devil's Tail, you feel the need to dress like a devil?
It's not entirely my idea, but I'm not really opposed. I like putting on,
yes.
what I can, make people the happiest they can be, make them feel right at home, give them the full experience.
Right, yes. The life of an entertainer, I'm sure, is fraught with heresy.
I mean, that's kind of the name of the game. Let's be real.
Is this guy actually the character that was going to make the the hyper devoted paladin that calls heresy on everything?
It might or might not be.
Damn it.
But he's dressed much like if you think Helsing, dressed kind of like that. But based on information that you would have acquired, this guy is absolutely like from a line of paladins, and currently probably some sort of monster slayer. As he's just kind of slowly cutting his steak as he's just looking at you. And you have noticed that the knife is clearly by this point cut all the way through the steak. It is now currently cutting into the plate. Yes.
You'll notice eventually.
Well, tell me, Lucius. You said that this was a side gig. What would be your main employment then?
I don't know. I got a couple jobs, The bartending is my primary one because I like to travel a bit. Trade is secondary to me.
Right.
I just do it here and there to, make sure I branch out. Don't stick to just one thing.
Yeah, I need a deception check. That's pretty good.
Oh shit! He said, "Try me," and you said, "I've got time."
So you have met with my son, Harold, then? I'm sure you've done business with each other, then?
Brief.
On the purest of technicalities,
Money
we
did exchange hands.
We did exchange hands.
I'm sure it must be a profitable business venture.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that, being one that maintains character, do you always dress like this to visitations of other people's households?
Think of it as advertisement.
I'm sure, yes. I'll think about it as however I please.
Well, I think of it as advertisement.
So maybe you should join me. Think about it together sometime.
Come, join the advertisement side.
Most
Well,
devilish part of this.
It seems that you do business with Harold, in which case I would ask that you tell him to come home. Well, next time you meet, I'm sure he'll neglect it, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind having competition off the streets, as it were. But next time you do see him, I would love for you to tell him that he should come home and take his true calling.
And, what that might be. What might that be?
At this point, he's kind of, he's taken a nice little chunk out of the steak, and instead of eating it, he's just continually cutting it up, as menacingly as possible. Bert and Faith have kind of just been looking at this, not sure how to interject at all. Well, you see, my family has for generations maintained a certain profession that I would love to see continued. A valuable service even in today's times. We hunt those that would bring nothing but disaster and dismay to the common folk. Beasts. You know the lots. Werewolves, aberrant ghosts, demons. And at that point, he stabs his steak with a fork.
Oh, thank God that you're of infernal heritage and not demonic.
That could've been bad.
Oh, that would have sucked.
Whew.
I'm sure this guy cares really deeply about the difference between devils and demons and is willing to hear your
I mean,
TED talk about it.
he did study it, so he has to know the difference.
Doesn't mean you care. There's a lot I studied about that I don't care about.
But you understand. Well, I suppose you wouldn't. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come in the getup. You have brought a great affront to my household. If you would like to take the time, I wouldn't mind excusing you from the dinner table to remove your makeup. There's a washroom on the second floor that you may attend to.
Oh no, this is like a second skin to me.
Oh my god.
You see, sir, I would love to, but I have a night showing that I have to get to tonight.
That
So
is rather
unfortunately-
interesting. Merchant trade and bartending. It's quite...
Well, when you
fine.
do as much traveling as I do, it's just nice to dip your toes into it.
Yes,
Yeah, not all of us
I'm-
are overflowing with money, sir.
Well, I myself have had a penchant for travel. After all, I'm from the United Kingdom.
Hmm.
My residence here, is for business matters, I assure you.
Well, there's in dipping your toes, there's quite a few things that you can acquire. I mean, have you seen this cane?
Yes, it's a nice cane. It's a nice make and model. It must have cost you a pretty penny. You must make a lot from merchant bartending.
Yeah, that I do. Enough to make sure that friends and family are, well taken care of.
Mm. Yes, yes. Speaking of Harold and Abigail, Bert kind of chimes in awkwardly. You said you had something to tell us about them. Are they doing all right? Eating well?
There's something I'd like you to see, if you would.
Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut.
Why do you say that?
I don't want them to know I'm dead.
Why is that?
Because I don't want them to know I'm dead.
Well, that's funny, because we came here to tell
What,
them
do you
that,
want your
so,
parents to know that you were dead and just in a ghost
I
inside a
don't.
ring?
Oh, my parents.
Thank you for rubbing that in.
I'm sorry,
And
I
I
didn't
think-
know.
If
We
I
don't
grew
talk
up with
much.
a family that didn't abandon me, they would like to know about my untimely end.
Imagine fucking the face journey of Lucius through this. Just like the eyebrows up and down and like the wiggling nose of just like
the biting lip, like.
Yes. Are you quite alright? Is the steak not to your liking?
A little chewy.
Yeah,
bloody raw.
Bloody brilliant, if I do say so myself. It's just I'm not used to this. I've been around a lot, but most of it's just cheap food, I do greatly appreciate
It's
your guys'
Gravitsin
hospitality
sees,
here.
such as an ornate cane such as that, and brilliant makeup like you wear that makes it seem just so real. Yet cheap food?
Well, I mean, you gotta afford it somehow. If you're buying
Yeah.
expensive, you can't be buying both.
You could be a billionaire if you just stop going to Starbucks.
Only eats tuna or cat food. She owns a mansion. She just eats cat food. That's how she saves money.
Speedrun.
20%.
Please tell us about our daughter. Faith speaks up at this point. Is she doing alright?
I don't believe that they had any interest of returning, unfortunately.
They kind of look at each other. Marshall has refused to stop looking at you.
I don't... What a weirdo. What a watcher.
Did they say why?
They didn't really have to say too much. It's kind of the first and last time I encountered them, kind of scenery said it all.
Are they... Is it something we said? Please, I've been around. I can take strong language.
Your daughter definitely thinks highly of you. There's nothing that you did that wouldn't make her want to come back and see you guys.
Then why doesn't she want to come back?
Well,
just visit every once in a while.
Unfortunately, she's in a position that she cannot return.
Is it Harold? What has he done?
I don't believe it's anything he did either. But I can't say that for 100% certainty.
Sounds like a lot of naysay here. I would love to know the specifics of this. This is my daughter we're talking about.
Me too, man.
And Marshall just kind of looks over to them for a second and looks back over to you. How is Harold doing?
About the same.
Yeah, pretty down in the dumps still. Well,
dry.
Kind of rotten.
Stinks a little.
In one of the towns I had visited, I had the unfortunate experience of seeing the demise of several people. And I hate to break it to you folks, but...
No, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Harold and Abigail did not make it.
Shh. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that by me again?
Steve folks, what brings me here today is to let you folks know, unfortunately, of the fate of your folks' daughter and sir, your son.
There is a scowl on Marshall's face. Faith looks devastated, like she's coming to a conclusion. Bert seems to be in that denial phase. This is an act. You said you were what, some sort of entertainer? Did Harold put you up to this?
Sir, I want to let you know, I've tried to be there as a friend to Abigail as much as I could. But I would not joke about something like this. I would not bother folks that I do not know to bring them false news about their children. Now, I was abandoned as a child, and I do not...
I don't give two shits what your backstory is. Some man in red skin and fake horns comes waltzing in here telling me that my daughter is dead. I don't even know who you are. And Faith seems to be calming him down, and then like trying to, Bert, please. And then Marshall gets up from his chair, holding his cane in his hand. I'll tell you exactly who this man is. This isn't some traveling entertainer. And he pulls from the scabbard of his cane a silvered sword and presses it against your skin on your throat. This is a devil. One of Satan's very own. He's come to deceive us all.
What, there's always this is the distinction here. There's a difference between a devil child and a tiefling. And I know we get a bad rap, but I'm just trying to be real with you folks.
The seed of the devil always sprouts true. You are nothing but evil, sir, and you have come into my house telling me my son is dead and that his fiancée has found the same fate. How do I know that you No, I know you're the one that caused it.
I
You
have
must have been.
proof.
Do you
Like
now?
a ringing in my ear.
And a ringing on my ring in my hand, and I whoosh, and there's the ring.
What do you mean, Faith says? Quiet,
Does
don't
thi-
let him get into your head. He's clearly only trying to deceive you.
Does this look familiar? And I show
Uh,
them the ring.
You took my son's engagement ring and wear it upon your very own finger.
You know, I could have handed that off, but okay.
You have a lot to answer for.
It's just about memory. Go, hard to remember the exact fine details, honestly, of how the fuck I got this, other than I picked it up.
It's alright. I am well versed in how to take care of the devil kinds. He produces, while still holding the blade at your throat, a vial of holy water. You can tell it's holy water because it has a cross symbol on the jar. We'll spray this all over him, and we'll spray this all over him, and it will remove his demonic powers from himself, weakening him so that way we may kill him dead.
This is not gonna have absolutely any effect on me.
No, mechanically, like you've encountered holy water before. It doesn't do anything to you. Maybe if you're a full-blood devil, but you are not.
All right, sir, go ahead. I'll drink it if I have to.
Yeah, I'm quite parched actually.
It's a
Steak's
good,
dry.
it's a good chaser.
He
let, me
unco-
make a drink.
He uncorks it and then sprays it all over yourself, and he notices it's not burning you. I guess we'll have to go with more desperate measures. He pulls out another vial, this time of a greenish liquid.
Uh-huh.
And when holy water ceases to work, I always try acid next.
Well, yeah, that's gonna burn.
When I'm
Sir-
proven wrong, I make sure I'm right.
Sir, you know that works on everything, not just...
That's the point. Perfect for all sorts of beasties.
Well,
And he uncorks that with his mouth and is ready to pour it on you.
do you want to wear this? Abigail's soul is inside this ring and has been talking to me.
You silence yourself, devil.
If
I will have any of
one
you.
of y'all tries this ring on and tells me that I am wrong, I will take that acid to the
He
face.
trapped the soul directly within their own wedding ring.
She can tell you whether I am lying or not. And if I am, go ahead.
For what
Kill me.
fell sorcery would you hold the soul within the ring?
I found it.
He found it! Oh!
Oh, the nerve!
Oh, the devil doth work in mysterious ways.
You let my daughter out of that ring right this instant.
I've been thinking about how to do that.
You see, according to the item description, we can't do that.
I either break it, or she passes on herself.
That's actually a startling implication. What would happen if you break the ring while there's still a soul within it?
I do not know.
It just double dies, and nothing
I
happens.
imagine it dissipates.
It's okay, I have friends that can help us with the ring. For the time being, we must take care of this demon. Bert, get your wife out of here. What I'm about to do is very messy.
Appeal to faith.
Ma'am,
He actually goes to go pour
like
the
to
acid
hear
on your
the voice
skin.
of your daughter one last time.
She begins to cry, sobbing loudly. Why are you doing this?
I just wanted to bring peace to you
Out of
people.
the goodness of my heart, I swear.
By putting us 6 feet under, no doubt, or better yet, putting our souls for some evil sorcery. Sure, that will put us to peace, but not the same one we would find in the glorious gates of heaven.
Smash cut to Clayton and Simon walking through the streets like, well, that didn't go as I planned, but I'm sure Lucius and Castor are doing much better right now.
Yeah, much better. I mean, I'm sure they haven't even used spell slots.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
Let's go buy hats.
Hats!
No,
hats.
no, I don't like that popping back up.
I would like for you to roll initiative. All right. 1 second.
Marshall.
Marshall. May not have spelt that a little bit wrong. All right. That is a...
Get a 1. Fuck me.
That's a 10. All right. So he's about to reel back and throw crash the bottle onto you. It's arranged within 5 feet of you though, so it's disadvantage on that improvised throw, essentially. Wow, it misses entirely as you duck out of the way. The vial of acid finds itself on your dinner plate, eating through the floor, or eating through the countertop and eventually into the floor.
All right.
No matter, and then he makes it a normal attack.
Ah, shit. Well, if the acid doesn't work, we do try stabbery. That is... I read my handbook.
That's a 17 total.
Can I cutting words that?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take a bardic inspiration and
Oh, you have a spell of shield too.
Yeah,
the scroll.
Was that D6? D6? D8?
D6 to try to remove from that
Ooh,
roll,
yeah, D8 because he's level
8.
5 bard now.
Yeah.
8.
That takes 6, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Does an 11 hit you?
Oh, he has
Nope.
studded leather now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So he tries to hit you with his
I went from 12 to 13.
with his silvered sword. He tries to stab at you. Unfortunately, he does not make purchase. It is now your turn. This man is openly attacking you in his own home.
I am going to swing and whip out my silvered rapier from my cane and just say, hey, look, twins!
You copy the techniques of my order?
Fuck me! I can't win with you.
I can't win with you!
I improve on them.
Lucius, what's happening? What's going on?
Well, it seems the father of your potential husband, what the word for that, that you were fiance, is fucking crazy. And I am saying this all out loud as well.
I thought I said that. No, I said Monster Hunter. I think that's the same thing, though.
Don't worry. I think I've learned this is the second one I've come across. It's fucking true.
Wait, you said that out loud?
I said the first part out loud, yes.
Oh, okay.
That he is fucking crazy.
Okay. The devil communes with his master. What do you do?
I am talking to Abigail, and if he likes the devil so much, let's show it to him. I'm gonna try and fear him.
Oh shit. Alright, so I think he's making a saving throw. Alright. Now, he's a little fervent. He has advantage on saving throws against fear. Just a little bit. Oh shit.
Fuck! What?
He has advantage on it, so let's see here. His wisdom save is actually +0, so it's just straight up 16. Does it succeed? Or no? What is your save DC? It should be on your character page under spells.
That's right, man. So 15.
Oh, okay. So you spell fear for him, and he starts to take, and then he whips his head around. It's like, beast. He looks to see into my mind. Quick, Get away from him!
You're not even good at your magic. Like, even your magic knowledge is wrong.
And get the ones upstairs, the ones I was having a meeting with. The rest of the Silverwood Crows would love to see this specimen.
Oh, you might want to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, fear would have allowed me to get some distance, and I would have just yeeted out of here, but...
You can still yeet it away. You still have a scroll.
Now, to kind of best describe the room, there is, in fact, a window right next to you, next to the dining room table that you could just burst through if you really wanted to, or you could just try to go to the door.
What if I dance around the table, go the long way, and out the front door?
Okay, you can do that. Run away.
I do.
Alright, so you provoke opportunity attack, unfortunately, because of that. So he's going to try to get one shot at you and miss entirely. Wow, okay.
Just stabs the fucking table.
He, like, stabs the table, gets his sword stuck, and pulls it out as you're running away. And you're currently trying to make the best distance you can, but he's running on the... It's his turn now, and he's currently running on the other side of the table. It's like straight up fucking Pink Panther shit. Trying to catch up to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna run on over there and try to attack you again.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's see here. That's 2 attacks. So the 11 plus 5?
If you use your shield here, it'll up your AC by 5 until the start of your next turn. Which means it'll work for both attacks.
And it's a reaction.
And so I shall.
So you
Thank
do.
you, voice inside my head that's not having you.
Oh, god damn it. You know what that means? You're gonna pull a scroll of Warlock actual devil magic. Damn it.
You pull out a scroll and a blink, a black smoke congeals around you at the attacks of both of them, blocking them both. He says, "Foul sorcery, I knew it!" It is your turn.
That's actually from my human friend, believe it or not.
So my turn, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to get out first. How does that work?
Disengaging means that he cannot get an opportunity of attack on you. It means that you just get your max movement away from him, though.
Okay.
Alright, so you can disengage and run towards the door, and you kind of make it to the front door, but he's very clearly about to chase on after you. So do you have a bonus action you want to do on anything?
Bonus action. No, I'll just wait and cutting words him again, probably.
Okay. Alright. It's now Marshall's turn. He's running straight up to you. Because he essentially is moving the same movement to try to get to you. He's able to get to you and try to get 2 more attacks at you. As you're like barging through the door. One of those does not hit. The other one might hit.
Well, how long does shield last?
Shield lasts only until the start of your next turn. So it's already used. So that is a 19 on the first attack.
What if I cutting words that again?
Okay, go ahead and roll it. What is your AC right now?
A 13.
Fuck. Nah, damn.
Unfortunately, no.
I was rooting for you.
He brings it down, doing a D10 plus 3 damage. You take 8 points of slashing damage as you're sliced with a silver sword. And he says, "See, the silver works! It pierces its flesh."
It's a sword! It does that!
It's literally built for this!
Alright, Lucius. What's the plan?
Alright, well, I mean, he is crazy.
You have magic.
Animal. I guess animal friendship could work, right?
Just get outside and cast fly. And just fuck off.
Man, what happens if I cast invisibility?
He would see you go invisible in front of him.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if you go invisible, he can't get attack of opportunities because you have to be able to see him.
Right, so if I just go invisible right now, can I fucking leave?
Yeah. So you can.
So I'm gonna just randomly be like, well, this is awkward. Take out the loot, play a little ditty.
The devil plays from the loot. I knew it. That one doesn't even make sense. It really
Classic
doesn't even make.
demonic blunder.
So you cast the spell,
So fucking dense.
and you disappear from sight.
And
So
I
I'm gonna
run.
be honest. I was hoping that the Order of the Silver Crows would be like helpful in us like trying to track down the cult and like completely and actually wiping out the devil that I'm after. But after seeing those two people being the members of the Silver Crows I have to go off of, I don't know if these people are going to be very helpful.
So you disappear in front of his very eyes. You're moving away from him. Now, opportunity attack means you move out of his range of influence, but he can't see you. He's kind of like looking for footsteps at most. So he has disadvantage on this attack, but he is still trying to hit you. So that's what this is. He fails.
Well, you know what? When a house is like this, you're really not gonna see any footsteps from me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
We
leave
were
out the
in
front door, and you just start booking it, and he just screams, "Devil! I will find you as long as you stay in town."
Well, thank you for
good
telling
that you
me how to
don't want-
avoid you.
Good thing you don't want to pursue that hard, I guess.
And then you're just kind of running as you notice it's nighttime by this point, and Clayton and Simon have just driven the cart basically almost into you
Yeah.
as you walk out the front of the street.
The good old.
Yeah, basically, you're almost hit by them, but they don't see you.
God, he's got to be somewhere around here. I feel like the fancier streets was the direction I saw him going. God damn it! I really. Hold on.
Can I sneakily hop on the cart?
Yeah. Did you just
All right,
get on
I'm
the cart?
I'm throwing hands. The moment someone jumps on the cart, I'm gonna be
invisible.
like,
Yeah, you like
Well, I
you
can
feel
do the
like
thuds.
the weight of somebody enter the cart, but you don't see anybody.
Guys,
Oh,
they're crazy.
who's crazy?
Oh wait, I should probably do this. I uninvisible.
Oh yeah.
Stop!
Hey, Lucius.
Have you all seen a devil by any chance? As a man holding a cane sword.
Actually, now that you mention it, I did today. He was in the
We
town
did, yeah.
square for briefly a moment.
part of government. You'd be
Damn,
surprised.
he must have others on his employ here.
Yeah, someone
Stay
named
vigilant.
Museum or something.
Mere-
That's the name he goes by. It was working for the governor or something.
What do you
Strange
know?
day in politics these days, right? Clayton
What do
starts
you
to run
know
off.
of Museum? And it's like, well, wait, what do you know of Museum? And you just take off running. Eventually,
Yeah.
further down the street, you see Castor seemingly whisper under his own breath.
We will
He
allow
seems-
them to finish their conversation before we.
After which, he seems to be looking around, and all of a sudden, he notices you rush up to him.
We already established I entered the cart and complained
Yeah,
about the
exactly.
fact that they always cause trouble every time. Every time. See, I'm fine. I
It's
didn't
around-
enter combat.
It's around that time you do notice torchlights on the other end of the streets, and you hear like a crowd of what you can assume to be lawmen coming on their way.
God damn it, it's them again. Alright, it's the fuzz. We gotta go.
And so our adventurers leave town again.
Nobly and in fear.
Honestly, not getting the answers satisfyingly that they wanted.
I don't know. I got a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
I don't know what Abigail's plan was to begin with. So, guys, go talk to my family. Why? So you can fuck up?
Because I also don't want you to tell them I'm dead.
All I
So
hear is
you
fucking
can
laughter
fuck
from the
up.
ranks. Ha ha ha.
Lucius,
you
what's
go for
happening now?
Well, I'm going home, or I'm going back. That was intense. That man is crazy. Hey, Abigail.
Yes?
What the fuck?
Okay, so I can explain.
Uh-huh.
You see,
What did you want of me there?
was hoping you could say goodbye for me.
But not women.
How?
Also, I don't know.
Well,
I'm sorry, Lucy. I didn't know about
To be
the
fair, she
horn
did not
thing.
know you were a tiefling.
all right. Well,
I think I just
I
made things
think-
worse.
I think maybe it's time that we just move along here. And I think you should just accept, because I'm not going back there, and you have nowhere else to go except onwards. You know?
Yes, I can't go anywhere that you aren't. I kind of have to.
No. Listen, dear. I think it's time for you to go and meet up with your fiancé
But
in the afterlife. Don't you want to be with him?
Can I not?
Why would you not be with the person that I thought you might have loved?
Well,
or was that one of those
Harold-
arranged things?
Harold was insistent.
Harold did ask her to wear a ring that was cursed.
It's not cursed necessarily. It just had some weird powers.
It's pretty fucking cursed by most definitions.
Yeah, it's magical. It technically wasn't cursed until she died.
I think a ring that captures the soul of the person who's wearing it.
But it's more like they can willingly move on if they so choose.
Yeah, she's not captured as like she's not trapped as the
It's
whole
just
thing.
it's like a bus stop. You're allowed to stop at if you wear it before you go on to the main place. You know.
Foyer.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Anyway.
layovers every time.
So then what is your plan? Sit inside this ring forever?
You know, just don't really plan for these types of things. They
No,
really plan to
but
be
you
a
have a lot of
merchant.
time.
Have you ever heard the tales of vampires?
No.
They're depressed. They live on years and years, seeing everybody that they might get close with pass on. And if you're thinking, oh, I'll just hang out with good old Lucius from now on, I'm gonna pass away too one day, sweetie.
Don't
Well,
tieflings have really long lifespans, though?
Yeah, it's pretty
Incredibly.
normal. It's pretty
Alright.
normal human lifespan. It's just, you know, they're kind of guaranteed to go to hell when they die, regardless.
Oh,
Me too.
My
Thanks.
favorite.
if only I had a ring to trap my soul to prevent me from doing so.
Oh my god, that's his real reason he wants her out of the ring.
It's like he just
He's
found
a
the
roommate.
the perfect way to make sure he doesn't go to hell when he dies, and it's now this lady has drama,
It's gotta
family
know
I
drama.
Vacancy
booked this
time.
room. I need you to leave.
Well, I mean, I can leave whenever I want. You know, I still have time to make right with my family before I move on.
And how are you
Right?
gonna do that?
Hey, Lucius, are you doing anything in the next week or so?
I'm not going back to that house.
Shit.
Clayton just like looking back, like, yeah, he's having a mental conversation with a soul trapped in an item in his right hand. That's what that looks like. I guess Clayton too at that point was kind of.
I glance over, I lift my left hand. I'm like, left hand, not right hand.
Right. Clayton's just like, hey, Lucius.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they don't exactly have a good answer on where they're gonna go after that. So the unknown's a little scarier than most. I don't mean to be presumptuous, but I think you and me have a pretty good idea on where we're heading up. So there's something about the devil, you know, so to speak.
I'm going to, while we're talking, before I say anything, just kind of remove the ring for a minute while I'm fiddling with it in my hand. That way she cannot communicate with me, and whatever I'm saying can't be relayed to her.
Right.
Look, I've been tried to connect with this woman soul ring thing, and it's a real difficult day when she finally starts talking and is so stubborn.
Woman, am I right?
I mean, yeah, that's literally any person under any circumstances. Yeah, that's you have any idea what the
Fucking
ordeal of
dead
dying?
people, am I right? God damn.
What the ordeal of dying actually puts you through.
Just a little stressed after that encounter is all.
I get that guy over there running around with the cane and shit.
Which one, me?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. He's Silver Crow, I take it.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was hoping that'd actually be worth something.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty gung ho on just fighting. First thing, first sign of a fight, they just jump on it like drunken Irish bastards.
Burn down the village. All the demons inside can't get out.
Not everyone's cut out for mercenary work. I think we're making it work, but just patience is a virtue. These specific things, it's an odd relationship, and it's easy to forget where they're coming from. But all in all, I think she'd probably be real happy about what you did. Just can't see it right now.
Meanwhile, in the ring that is currently off your finger, Lucius? Lucius? Hello?
And,
back to the conversation.
Clayton just like tapping his gun, just like mentally thinking to himself like, ah, fuck. I think I did good today. I think this is a reward. I think that's a good time.
The best way to get a new bounty. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the ring back on.
Oh, there you are. It was they got, I think there was interference.
I took the ring off for a minute.
Oh.
You were being annoying.
Listen, Lucius. I know it didn't go any way anybody expected.
Honestly, it's hard to have expectations, you know?
But I appreciate it nonetheless.
Well, again, I'll just keep the line open in case you feel like talking. But, please consider what I was talking about.
You're right. I already died. Staying here wouldn't change anything. And if what happened tonight is any consolation, I would only make things worse if we even tried again. I know we haven't known each other for very long, and our talks haven't necessarily been far outside what's the weather like today. Thanks for that, by the way. But I suppose there are worse hands I could have fallen into. And I appreciate everything that you've done for me.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Lucius.
Oh no.
I hope I'll see you where I go. Wherever that is.
I hope not.
Well, if you're going to hell...
Goodbye. You hear nothing.
Goodbye.
Oh no!
It was nice knowing you.
And after a few more days of travel, you guys eventually do find yourself back in Riverdale. And Castor, you have found your way to Mozan's. Like, did you do it?
It's still on the list of things to do.
Is it? You didn't like just leave the box, or?
There's no point in leaving a box to an empty room.
Wait, hold
Seems
on.
like
She's gone?
she apparently bounced to look into some crystal god.
Well, I can safely say I have no fucking idea what that means.
Yes, well, I don't think many people do outside of a bard who now owes me as much as Lena does.
You have a weird definition of debt. You know that?
Oh yes. Oh yes. See, if people don't give me what I want, they're indebted to me.
Right. So that's everything I had prepared for tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
If
It's mostly
there's-
small side stories that everybody was happening that led to, nice disasters.
comfortable tragedies.
Right.
But if
And
we're gonna have some downtime again, I would
Still
like
same week.
to get a new cloak or a poncho. I have been drawing one up the entire time we've been playing.
You know, I have this really nice tailor that I went to fix up the suit. Oh,
If you don't think for a second that he didn't watch you step on with fresh ass duds and was like, "Oh my god, I need to get a new poncho," then you're dead wrong. And
It's
he's
at this
100% gonna approach you
Yeah.
for that.
it's at this point that our wayward, I know it's a bit shorter time than we normally do, but it's at this point that the session is coming to a close. Another night or another day is setting on the Wild West. What secrets will our travelers find next? I don't know. Figure it out next week on the Western Trail. I'm gonna go ahead and get
It's not my job.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's not my
DM,
job.
it is my job. Wait a second.
All right.
So I'll see everybody who watched the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you all at some other point in time, wherever that is, whenever that is. I don't know. I don't have a schedule anymore. Bye.